put out her pheromones, and Kira picked up on them.
Onion
I can
cry.
cry.
Onion cry.
Yeah. Do we want my terrible recap, or C? Do you want to do?
I should probably like turn to like the pages where that was happening. Let's see. There was a message sent out and a message response to Demi's little contact or whatever. We arrive at the Green Bank past. No, wait. We're about half a day to the Green Bank whenever we encountered a distress signal. A ship was all blown out and raided by pirates. We go in, rescue one of the survivors. We should probably question him at some point. There was a bunch of robot battle droids that kind of lit Orson up pretty bad. Orson got pretty mad and ran to the cockpit and blew them all up. Looked up some stuff on the Elucid and something about Project Hecate. Most of the ship had been raided, but we did manage to get some locked metal crates full of supplies and an intact hospital chair that we might be able to resell that are about a couple of thousand units in value. And we find in the cases are 10 greater healing stems each. So we have 20 greater healing stems. Then we arrive on Myra?
Maria.
I didn't think that it was spelled that way. It's just sci-fi spelling of Maria with a Y. Yeah, it's just okay.
I think I actually said Maria.
Yeah, okay.
Originally.
See, I didn't think
probably
Maria
better.
was right. I didn't think Maria was right. But anyways, we go down into an underground lab because the surface is not safe, and talk to the scientists there. They made some sun trees and want us to help use their EMP rocket launcher, and will pay us 8,000 units if we use the rocket launcher to help them disable the trees so that they can get reprogrammed. And Kira got down in Funky Town with the and then Onion Cry.
Yeah, thanks for that. You can have 99% of an inspiration.
Cheers.
So,
and Dippy has Lucky now.
Oh,
I decided, I think.
Yes.
Did I go with Lucky or did I go with something else?
So you went with
Lucky.
Alert because of
Oh, yes. I did
paranoid.
Alert. That's right. I went with Alert.
So you're not lucky.
Bullshit food.
I'm not lucky. I went with Alert.
Yeah, she can't be lucky. She's on a crew with you lot. Hey.
Hey.
So, little while sort of goes past. Breakfast is made. You guys were kind of getting ready to start a conversation about the plan of attack. I'm not sure if you guys want to have your own conversation before having a conversation with the others there, or if you'd rather just go down and hash it all out with them and then go.
Well, it sounds like they don't want us blowing their stuff up, so I'm not entirely sure how useful I'm gonna be. At shooting robots.
I mean,
might be able to shoot that rocket launcher really nice.
There is that. And I mean, I'm pretty sure the thing's going to be trying to kill us. So, at least deter it from doing that.
You still got the slicer, don't you?
Still got them what in?
The slicer.
Slazer. The dragon slazer?
Yeah, I still got that. acid might do a little bit more damage than they would like to their trees, though.
That is a fair point.
Well, why don't we go and ask him what we can and cannot shoot? It's going to be hard to disable him if we can't touch him.
Alright, well, let's
All right.
go pay him a visit.
So you step out of the ship in the sort of underground hangar bay and head up into the sort of common area. The smell of coffee and pancakes like hitting you pretty strong. And you see like the three of them are eating and drinking their own breakfast at the little like breakfast bar. Abby sort of like glances at Kira and glances back down at her food and kind of hides a little blush behind some coffee before like looking up again and goes, morning.
Good morning.
Well,
we were,
sorry, you go.
well, we were trying to figure out exactly what the plan of attack was going to be, and came up with a few questions that we might need your help with.
Like, how much am I allowed to shoot these things before we disable them?
She sort of like blinks. Abby sort of blinks a little and says, well, preferably... So, here's the thing. The trees each have something of a personal shield. Should be pretty easy to break through with, some your ship's weaponry and maybe some hand weaponry as well. Once that's broken, just one shot from the EMP should disable enough for Vin to get in and shut it down permanently. We'll also have to find them. Your ship has scanners, right?
Yes.
Good. Well, we'll need those. I think the best way to do it will be if we all go up in your ship and shoot down the shield, fire the EMP, land, let Vin out, and send him over. And hope the tree doesn't crush him.
What about any like local wildlife or anything like that?
Nothing big here. That's why we chose it. We didn't want anywhere where the trees could have real issues. And she sort of like kind of sees the irony of that and chuckles a little. We didn't want any false positives, so you won't find much bigger than, I don't know, a couple feet in these woods. Jungle.
Any groups poking around? Human?
She shakes her head.
Bandits?
We're it.
Oh.
Just us and 4 giant tree robots.
Well, take the shields down, shoot the rockets, and Vin fixes his mistake.
You see Vin
Is
like
it enough?
duck his head like, oh fuck, another one. And Abby nods and says, yes, that sounds about right.
We collect our units and get out.
Yeah, something like that. Abby kind of gets up like brusquely and like goes and chucks her dishes in the sink. Well, you ready? You see Vin like looks up and he's barely started his pancakes.
I'm ready if you're ready.
We're ready. And so like Vin and Alice kind of like glance at each other and shrug, and Vin and Abby will follow you guys back onto the gypsy.
Can I insight check the exchange?
Yep.
Probably not very good. 12.
You think you think they noticed something on their insight checks, that sort of was significant.
Sorry, about who? About us or the rat guy or someone else?
She doesn't know. She only got a
Right.
12. She just knows they. The impression she gets is that they noticed something that gave them pause.
Right.
All right. So you guys all head back onto the gypsy. Alice opens up the kind of ceiling for you, and you are slowly lifted out into the clearing again. Abby kind of sits on a seat in the back of the cockpit, while Vin shows Dimmy how to use the EMP rocket, which is pretty much point and shoot, as far as you can see.
Cool. Demi will, can I inspect the weapon? Is it finally made?
Yeah. Yeah. Make a investigation check.
Oh, 10 again.
It's a dope gun.
This is a nice looking firearm.
Yeah, designed it myself.
Work like this, I'm kind of surprised that you kind of had this kind of mistake.
It's such a small mistake in the code. It just happens to be a small mistake where you can't really have any mistakes. So they're so almost perfect. They will be perfect when this is done. And he says, sort of reassuring himself.
I hope so, for your sake. I mean, it's not easy to bounce back from something like this.
God, me too.
Do you reckon you'll be able to?
Yeah. At the end of the day, these things are amazing, and I did a fantastic job on them. And you see, Abby kind of pokes her head around the door of the cockpit, looking back into the sort of common room that you guys are standing in, and he kind of falls silent and says, "Yeah," and he will go walk somewhere else.
Demi will follow him.
Yeah.
She,
Does H hear this conversation about coding?
Sure.
If you want, once we've got all this sorted, I can take it a look over again.
It's fine. Honestly, I know exactly what I did wrong. I've actually already fixed it in the new version. I just have to install it when they're shut down. That's all I need.
Understood. The offer's there.
can't be, but it's just kind of rough having a mistake like that with a boss like that, huh?
Yeah, she's already the forgiving type.
You reckon she'll forgive you if this gets fixed?
I hope so. I mean, she couldn't have even done this without me. She'd be nowhere, so really she should be grateful.
Yeah, it's real hard to, get past mistakes whenever it's all that's ever gets thrown in your face, right?
Exactly. She never says good job or well done. She just... It's fine.
Why are
She's
there
good.
so few of you for a project like this? It sounds like they're able to throw the money around.
Well, it's just how she works, I guess. Small teams are easier to control. I suppose that's what she likes.
Suppose so, but you don't think that the what'd you call it? The funding people think they would have liked having faster results. Who might have insisted on a bigger team.
The investors. That's what you mean.
Right, yeah.
They're happy to indulge Abby in whatever she wants. She's a bit of a name among these kind of businesses.
I was gonna say, I don't know who she is.
It's fine. Just once this is done.
No, don't let it bother you too much. Don't let her stressing you out let you make another mistake.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
And he will sort of maybe make a few adjustments to the rocket launcher or the EMP and that sort of thing as Orson kind of takes off. So if someone could give me a systems check to operate the scanner and try and see if you can find a tree.
I can do it.
Go ahead.
That is a 24.
Yeah, so
Yes.
you see you kind of calibrate it expertly, knowing exactly what to look for. And you see two blips appear about 10 miles apart, and they seem to be sort of traveling in the direction of the compound. Slowly, but surely.
2 bogies traveling eastward, 10 miles apart. I just picked eastward. I can change that to westward or northward, depending on which way the compound is.
It is perfect.
They're 10 miles apart.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the radius on that rocket?
The EMP is that what you mean? Sorry, Jade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Radius is pretty close from what you've been told. Like each one needs to be shot individually.
Okay. So it's a 1-on-1 kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like high power but highly localized.
So it's not like we gotta bunch them up and try to get them in one shot.
No. I mean, you could try.
Yeah.
It'd probably be safer to do it one at a time, ma'am, since Ben's got to get down there and reprogram them before they have a chance to reactivate.
All right. Pick your favorite and let's go.
How far away is the nearest one from where we are now?
Yeah, like 25, 30 miles.
The nearest one's 25, 30 miles away.
2-minute journey for the gypsy. And you guys just kind of blast over. And you see a very strange sight looking down. First, like with your eyes, it's very hard to see, as it looks like the forest just kind of swaying and moving back and forth, but then you realize it's kind of following a pattern, and you can finally kind of make out like the sort of slightly glittering, like occasional green light, little like LED that's embedded into the like body of this one tree that is, looks identical to all the others, but is crashing its way through, and like looking kind of maybe through like a clearing, you're able to see it's like almost dragging itself along, like on some kind of faux roots that are made to look like roots, but in actuality are sort of these long sort of levered claws that are like digging into the soil and kind of pulling it forward on runners. But it's all very subtle, very lifelike. You can't help but get this sort of sense of amazement at the quality of the craftsmanship.
That's some impressive technology.
Yeah, well, Once they're finished, they'll be great. Now, we need to disable its shield, so... Weapons? You're the expert.
Orson, can you get us close enough to light it up with the ship weapons?
Shouldn't be a problem. I'll drift lazily in
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to weapons range.
Who's manning the weapons?
I mean, previously you've allowed me to shoot them.
True.
But other
But
people can
I
man them.
figured we'd let someone else sort of... Because you'll be making piloting checks very soon.
I mean, I can shoot some weapons.
Sure thing. Do you have the gypsy sheet open? I can
Don't have.
link it to you guys again. Just saving or loading you. There we go.
Alright. I guess we'll shoot it with the pulse cannon.
Sure thing.
Shit roll. That is an 8.
8. So, yeah, you see, like, your cannons just fire these two kind of glittering beams of light that crash into this invisible field around the tree, and you can see that there's like this kind of ripple effect with all these hexagons that kind of like spreads around the tree as it completely absorbs the attack. You see like a lot of the flickering green LEDs like flip red, and these two like large kind of snaking prehensile vines kind of come flying out towards the gypsy. Make a piloting check, please, Orson.
$19 on the dice plus 7 for 26.
So you see these two vines just come streaking towards the gypsy, and Orson just pulls some beautifully fancy flying and dodges around them, kind of getting them like tangled in on themselves, and they have to retract and sort of slowly pull apart. It's your guys go again. The initiative is just going to be you guys and then them, sort of a la an Andrew game. So if if anyone has something they'd like to do, you can do it on your guys' turn, which happens to be now.
How big is the rocket launcher?
It's like 4 feet long.
So I can't like conceivably switch back and forth between weapons.
It'll be a bit of a pain, but you can do it. Like, it'll take a bonus action, I think, probably.
Okay. I won't do it this time though. But good to know for next time.
Okay.
Because I'm inside the ship.
Yeah.
H is keeping an eye on the scanners to like keep an eye on the one that was a few miles away to see if it's advancing towards us or if it's sort of staying away, if it's heading further away.
Yeah, it's still heading towards the compound.
Okay. So it seems to be their targets.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna shoot him.
All right.
That's much better. That's a 23.
23 hits.
Hooray! 16 damage.
16. All right. So you see like the ship with a like shield around it kind of crack a little, like a windscreen that's been hit by something. There's like this kind of, there's no hole in it, but there's definitely a gap. And Abby says, "Good, keep going." As the ship kind of takes a bit of a smack. or the tree kind of takes a bit of a smack. Anyone else have anything they'd like to do?
Are we within normal weapons range for the other people to
Yeah,
fire out?
You definitely
back?
could. That would, so you'd have to open the like cargo bay, like gantry, and you can fire out of that. Obviously, you'd probably want everyone to be hooked on, so probably take your action to get harnessed up and everything. So whoever,
I
Yeah.
figured we
whoever
knew that
wants
was
to
going
do
to be
that.
a possibility,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah, fair. Okay. Well, you can already be harnessed up then if you wish.
And then if that's a thing, open it up and shoot my bolt rifle at it.
Yes, ma'am.
That little gap's not big enough for the rocket just yet, right?
No, the shield has to be gone.
Gone. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 14 on the dice plus 9 for 23.
23 hits.
For 17 points damage.
17.
Second attack, I'm gonna do a sharpshooter just to see how that works.
Sure thing.
16 on the dice plus 4 for 20 to hit.
Hits.
Oh, that was a garbage damage roll. 6, 10, 20 points of damage.
20. So yeah, you see like Dimmy's rifle just smash into several kind of points around the cracking area, and like more and more bits kind of start to fall away. The tree, you see it sort of like seems to like shiver a little bit. And for a second, like there's like this kind of square gap appears in the shield, and like part of the trunk opens, and you see these two rockets just like fire straight out of the trunk and up in this kind of spiraling pattern, flying towards the gypsy. That's a 12 and a 19 to hit. So one hit. So Orson kind of manages to like duck out the way of one, and it sort of sputters out and falls to the forest floor. But the other one like swings around back, smashes. The gypsy takes 17 damage, and Andrew, roll me a d4.
And do 2.
So you see, there's kind of the missile like swings up and crashes into the bottom of the ship. Kind of misses all the vitals, but there's suddenly in the common room behind, there's like whipping kind of wind and blast as like a small hole appears in the hull. So there's stuff flying all about the place. The room is venting quickly. So the doors kind of begin to slide shut to preserve oxygen in the rooms. Well, you know, if it was in space, that's what they do, but they're designed to detect hull breaches and closed doors. So, you basically, the kitchen area is locked off. It can be repaired with some mechanics checks, but for now, that's kind of what's going on. Your guys go again.
Was that a legendary? Or...
No,
'cause
that was.
You said like all of us and then the tree, but only Kira and Dem actually had to go.
Oh
H
yeah,
wasn't able to do that. H's thing was just checking the scanner.
yeah. That's what I thought you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So that
Yeah,
was
but
just
there's
'cause
still Andrew.
Yeah.
And
it was
And-
Andrew,
and
and
Sorry,
I was
I
going to
just-
say that I took the dodge action, but because I didn't think there was anything else
Oh
I
yeah,
could
my
do.
bad.
But
Apologies.
you
sir.
kind of put us with the rockets.
Hey, that's okay. I just figured it got to go whenever it wanted.
Do you want to shoot it, Andrew?
You know, I do want to shoot it.
Could H checking the scanner be like a help action, or maybe give someone an advantage if she points out a weakness?
I mean, she was looking at the other tree.
I was
So,
keeping an eye on the other one.
yeah.
That was my
Oh,
thought.
that's 10 miles away. I don't think
was
it's going to come and flank us, but okay.
My main thought was if it starts coming towards us, then we have advanced warning of, hey, let's take this thing out quick because the other one's coming our way. But it's still heading towards
It's-
compound, so that's not an issue
It's
yet.
like space vines that are chasing us, right? I'm not tripping.
There was
right?
a space vines attack and then a missiles attack, which I'm going to have to re-roll one of them at disadvantage.
Okay, so if I'm looking out the door right now, I see space vines and a missile coming at us.
You
right?
see retracting space vines and, yeah, a missile.
Okay, so the
potentially
vines
heading
are
towards you.
no longer coming at
No.
us, right?
Yeah, they missed.
Okay. I'm just gonna try to shoot the missile, I guess, before it hits us. Why not, right? Right.
I mean, you're not at, like, the only angle you have is to aim out of the cargo bay doors.
Uh-huh.
So the missile's not, like, in front of the cargo bay doors currently. Because that's just an attack that it's about to do.
Well.
So you're trying to shoot the shield around the tree to destroy it, is the sort of key goal at the moment.
Yeah, okay. That is going to be a 15 to hit.
15 misses, I'm afraid. Your shots just bounce off the shield.
All right. And then offhand.
I think we've gone through this before, Andrew, but I think you're a level 5 ranger and have 2 primary attacks, don't you? And then an
That's
offhand.
right.
Yep.
All right, so that's going to be 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Right. It's going to be 8 points of damage. And then offhand would be a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
All right. And that is going to be 8 points of damage.
Have you got... I don't think you can have got 25 on your offhand. Because you don't get to add your proficiency to the attack, right? Or am I just totally making that up? No, it's the other way around. Never mind, ignore me. How much damage was it? Sorry, Andrew?
8 and 8.
Okay, sweet. I made that mistake.
Yeah, the only
but
reason
yes.
why I was able to
don't
do
get
it is because
to-
Yeah,
you
you don't get the damage modifier. I always get those
Yeah.
the other way around.
You're just as good at hitting, but you're not
Yeah.
as good at hurting.
Damaging. That
Is there
everyone's-
something else I could have done in the ship not to invalidate your attack roll?
I mean, not particularly. I don't mind. I'm just gonna re-roll at disadvantage and see what I get. Yeah, that's so the other missile misses as well. So you just swing to each side.
Okay.
So do
So
we take the 17 damage then?
no,
Don't
you
take the
yeah
17
you
damage.
don't take any. You haven't taken any damage yet, and the room is
Okay.
not fucked up.
Sweet.
The shield is like kind of cracking along several lines now, and it looks pretty close to being destroyed.
I also just had like a horrible dream where the kitchen got blown up and dodges out the way of the missile.
But yeah, so the tree's now had its go, so it's your guys again.
I'd just like to do a free action. Is everybody okay? No one's hurt, right?
So the ship hasn't taken any damage yet.
We're fine. Keep shooting.
Okay. I'm still paranoid though. If we're in a time of battle.
Shoot her. Shoot her.
I'll just shoot.
Alright.
All right. That's going to be 18 to hit.
Hits.
6 points of damage.
6 points. Okay.
Shoot again. That is going to be a 23 to hit. That's a hit.
Hits.
So that's going to be 5 points of damage. Offhand. That's a miss.
Yep. You have another. Did you take both attacks there, Andrew? So you
Both
get
He did all
attacks
3.
and an off-
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you add your modifier to the attack that hit?
I did. Thank you.
Oh. I was hoping you would do more damage.
No.
Now that H knows that the other thing is not a threat, she's going to join the others at the cargo bay doors. Click her fingers to ignite the nitrogen in her hand and toss a firebolt at it.
Nice.
That is a 17 on the die plus 8 for... How was I say? Thanks for saving me that. That is... Oh, not a lot, unfortunately. 5 fire damage.
All right.
A firebolt, right. How did you get 5 on?
Oh, I don't have fireball yet. Relax.
You know, because you're... Has it gone up yet? Having hit level 5, doesn't the fireball go to like 2d10 or
Oh,
whatever
yes, it does.
damage?
Actually.
It
I
does.
did roll 2d10.
Oh,
Oh,
Plus 3
good.
too.
Oh,
oh, yeah.
um,
Remember that
Hey,
conversation we
okay,
were having
more than
about
I can say
H
for
being
normal.
competent?
Hey,
Hey,
she
I
hit.
which is more than
She
more than
hits.
you guys.
Yeah,
True, true.
it's something. Okay, Dem.
I'm waiting to
Yeah.
see if the shields go down.
I got a 24 to hit.
Hits.
Yes. 17 points damage.
Oh, boy. Not enough.
Yeah, I figured it was.
It's still up.
It's still up.
All right. 2 attacks with the bolt rifle. Ooh. Damn it. I didn't say sharpshooter before I rolled both of those. But that's a 24 and a 23 to hit.
Both hit.
Ooh. 13 points of damage on one.
The shields go down.
Really? Aw.
That's 6 left. So yeah, you see Dimmy fires a shot and there's like this crack, 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 and then the whole thing just shatters into what looks to be like little kind of pools of data almost. And the shield kind of rustles. Orson, I think you're the only person left to go.
Don't
Yes.
suppose I could, because I have 2 attacks and I already pre-rolled. I don't suppose I could switch bonus action, switch weapons, and then use
I don't think
the
you
rocket
can.
launcher. Okay, fine.
Sorry.
So it needs to be EMP'd and then we need to let the guy down?
Yeah.
So okay. So there's no need for me to get any closer right now, because it's not EMP'd and it would just squish him, so I guess I'm just still in defensive pattern.
Okay. It's the trees go. You see like a few of the branches kind of contract in at sort of right angles and like shift down, and you realize like after a moment you're staring at a barrel of a gun or several guns. That's going to be 20 total to hit or a natural 1, so that's a miss, and a 22 total to hit or a 21 to hit. So 1 hit. Oh damn. You take 20 damage as just this like blast of laser fire just batters the gypsy, and Orson is able to sort of pull off to protect the cockpit and any real damage, but the hull does take a little bit of damage. Nothing serious, but definitely something to be wary of.
It is that with disadvantage, by the way.
Yes, yeah. It was 2 attacks
cool.
at disadvantage.
Right.
So it was a natural 1 and a natural 14 were the end results.
Okay.
And yeah, it's your guys' go again.
Demi's gonna try. No. Demi's
No.
gonna try and disable it.
With the imp.
Yep.
All right, take a shot.
Oh, that's a garbage roll. Oh my. I'm gonna use my inspiration
You
recap.
have 99% of an inspiration.
Oh no. That's even worse.
You do have
Damn,
your
I wish I
proficiency.
took what is okay. Um 13 doesn't hit.
13 misses. So you take this shot and you see just this blast of blue light fire at the end of it, and it sends Dimmy like flying backwards.
Now I'm
Like-
buckled it, not and I got my boots.
Yeah.
I ain't flying nowhere.
Okay, well, it sends Dimmy's
Tear your
whole
ankles
body
off.
except her feet
Yeah.
flying back. No, yeah, there's some pretty heavy recoil, and the shot goes flying
So-
wide.
sorry. It has a bit of a kick. I'm gonna try again.
This is activating an item, really. So it's you only get
Oh,
one
so I
shot with
don't
it.
get-
Yeah,
Oh well,
It's a
fuck you then.
recharge time, apparently.
yeah, it does.
Well, can I action surge and try again?
You can do that.
All right, I'm gonna action surge and try again. That's not any better. Does a 14 hit?
14 misses as well.
Fuck. I'm like
Uh,
garbage all of a sudden. I'm sorry.
Everyone else.
Pew
We've got
pew.
nothing. No.
No,
No.
We've got
pew
nothing
pew.
to do
Don't
until
damage the equipment.
it's-
You're being
Andrew?
paid not to break it, Andrew. You're just being paid to destroy the shield and then EMP it. So the shield is
We'll
destroyed.
literally just hold our actions until.
Please don't pew
Uh,
pew.
H can do something. Seeing Dimmy struggling, H like swipes her hand to something that looks a bit like a. It says cat's grace on the thing, but she wouldn't use a cat because cats are scary. Something else dexterous, and she like throws her hand out. The nanobots come over and like give her like, oh, how did I describe it? Like a helmet that has like goggles that enhance her sight and stuff. And I use enhance ability with cat's grace. So advantage on dexterity checks. Doesn't take damage from falling 20 feet or less.
I mean, it's not what I'm using to fire the weapon, but I
Oh,
appreciate the thought.
You got this.
It's just an attack, my friend.
God damn it.
She
You never
tried.
know.
Orson was like, what? Basically, after those two large blasts have shot out the back of the gypsy in a wild fashion, Orson is probably going to keep trying to dodge because this thing is trying to kill us. But he's going to come through and go. Maybe some others could like offer some assistance. Maybe reinforce the.
Yeah, if I could get someone
Shooter?
behind me to kind of brace me, that might help some.
Oh yeah, I
maybe
can
the
do that.
action. But it will have to wait till next turn.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else have anything they'd like to do?
I mean, there's probably not a whole lot I can do because I'm not allowed to shoot it.
But it's
You have
allowed to
go
shoot
behind
you.
Demi and brace.
All right. So the sentry will fire off with some big old vines. Oh, that's a save on your part.
Sorry.
Okay, so what kind of save?
Yeah, dex or a piloting check. Piloting check from Orson, please, as a save.
Okay. Having taken a defensive kind of thing, do I get a like an advantage to dodge this, or?
I mean, you're taking the dodge action, and it's making you make a save, so it's not.
Okay.
And if you have a
Uh,
dodge, don't you get advantage on dex checks? Or is it just
I think it's
disadvantage
strictly
on?
I don't think
disadvantage to
so.
hit you, Yeah.
Oh.
It's
sure?
just generous. You can.
I am.
I'm just looking it up now.
Okay.
Somewhere. Dodge. I don't believe it does.
Oh god.
It's pretty generous.
Demi fires off another blast.
Dodge.
She sneezes.
If you can see the
Right.
attacker and you make a you make the dexterity saving throw with advantage. It says here.
Advantage it is.
You lose this benefit of incapacitated. Okay.
Told you.
Can I see him?
Yeah.
Sweet. Right. All of that for fucking nothing. I went from a 7 to a 6 on that damn dice. 14?
That's a fail, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
So yeah, these vines kind of come up and wrap around and begin constricting the ship, pulling it down. It's going to take either a well-timed EMP or, some people to get on the outside and cut the vines away. The ship does take 14 damage as the vines kind of like crush some of the metal plating around the center of the hull.
Oh, my shit.
All right. Has anyone braced
What do we
Demi?
need to do that? It should be much more stable now.
Yeah.
Guts is bracing you, yeah.
Okay. Guts is
Literally
bracing
right
me.
behind you, Demi.
All right. Thank you,
And you
Guts.
got my goggles.
I'll imagine if
Take
Liam was in
my
Demi's
egg.
place right now.
Fuck
27.
off, Rob.
27. You fire the EMP, and this time you have a feel for it. You got some strong, strong medical arms around you, and the blast fires true, smashing into the tree, and the whole thing kind of, the blue light ripples over the whole thing, and the tree kind of shivers and stops, and the vines kind of fall away. Blah, 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 blah. And the whole thing kind of just sags a little. And Abby will say, "Take us down, Orson."
Oh fuck! Good shot, Demi.
Thank you, Guts.
Yeah, Orson, presumably without too much of an issue, takes them down. Is there can he land, or does they have to get close and then they're going to rappel down into the foliage or something?
For this one, you can land because I did describe a clearing earlier. Dimmy, just roll me a d4.
Oh, no. 4.
Okay, you have 4 rounds until the sentry comes back online.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, good. Get down there, Ben. Get down there now. Just gonna like kick him in the
Yeah.
in the keister.
Yeah. So he runs. He will sprint. We'll say he can get there in a round. I'll be generous for the first one. And like pulls out some computer, little laptop, and begins working at it. Ooh, he rolled really well on a systems check.
Just while this is going on, Orson is fairly casual, and I presume he can talk to Kira. I'm not sure where she's managing weapons, if it's also in the cockpit or not.
Yeah,
and it's like, real glad we didn't bring that T-set along. It's just making like idle chatter. This guy. It's around.
We would have lost our shirt on that one, I think.
Yeah.
And you see like the sort of blinking, like rebooting EMP lights on the ship just go completely dark as the whole thing shuts down permanently. 3 more to do. And
How's she looking?
You know that repair bot we got?
Mm-hmm.
Can I send that out to make repairs on the ship whilst we're waiting?
you can.
I think it takes quite a long time.
It takes an hour.
Yeah.
to repair.
It does a d20 per hour healing.
The little repair droid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not an in-combat thing, but it's a good shout.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
good to
gonna
have it
need it.
in the back of my head at least. So my thought was, okay, let's try and heal
Can
these.
I try and fashion some sort of tripod for the rocket launcher or the EMP thing, so that
I
Well,
can also.
you'll
use that
already
to
have
help.
advantage. So
if someone's bracing me.
Yeah.
But if they're not bracing me, can we just get a tripod so
Then
it's
sure.
just sitting
Yeah.
there?
you and
Okay.
H can do that.
Yeah.
So you said there's 2 more to go?
3 more. There's 4 of them.
3 more. Okay. And we had
we
one
know where
more
one is.
sensors, and we know where one is. All right.
One's heading towards the compound.
Yeah. So it'll take you a little while to get over there, so you can throw together a tripod. Make me a quick mechanics check, somebody, for the tripod.
Can I do it with advantage? Because I have Dimmy help me out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's 20.
Look at you.
something. It's 14 on the die plus 8.
Yeah, you just open the cupboard and there's a
22.
tripod there.
Oh, I forgot I made this. And she grabs it.
Did you make it for the laser?
Probably, yeah, that makes sense. It's probably
Yeah.
experimenting with how that
So
works.
it takes a little bit of fiddling to get it to like couple on with the EMP, but it's there now.
And bolted in for now.
Yeah, bolted in for now. So you guys blast over towards the next sentry, I assume.
H is back on the
Mhm.
scanner, so we have exact coordinates for it.
Yeah, sounds good. So yeah, you guys arrive to find this one like in much denser foliage, like kind of surrounded by other sort of slightly shorter trees. And this one is like, you're sort of looking and you can notice now that you've kind of already seen one, it's quite easy to tell the difference because all the little leaves you can see are actually like green tinted solar panels to power the thing. And so like you sort of quite quickly are able to identify which tree it is as you swing in. Unfortunately though, it seems it's also identified you, and so this one will roll for initiative rather than you just getting one. Apologies.
Stealth check.
Oh yeah, you could try and roll stealth check.
No, I'll do it for the next one.
Um,
It was mostly a joke, but I'll
okay.
approach the next one more carefully.
Was someone keeping track of damage on the last one?
I was about to ask that.
Yeah.
I got it at us at 166.
Okay. Remaining.
We're at 166.
Yeah.
Jesus.
From what?
We have a
200.
shield, right?
Yeah.
Is this going through
Oh,
our
yeah, what's our
shield?
So
shield?
it's now 300. So you've got 266 remaining. I'll just
Yeah.
I can keep track of it in the sheet, if that helps.
Can't I pop the shield back on? You know, there was a maneuver for like
Yeah,
we've
charging
got,
the
like-
engines or something.
So the shield hasn't taken, the shield's only taken 400 damage. So 44 damage, sorry. And it's 100. The shield has 100 hit points, so it's switched
Sure.
on still.
Okay, it's still on,
Yeah,
right?
But once it goes
So that
below
HP max is the combined of our improved armor and the shield
Yeah.
upgrade. Because, okay,
so you have 300 max, and it's 200 normally.
Okay.
right,
Yes.
cool.
Okay. So yeah, initiative.
24.
Oh, I was
that's
sorry. I was just saying you guys can roll initiative all as one, and the tree will roll, but it's just one of you gets to go first. So I guess we can take Demi's 24 if you guys want to go with
I'm
that.
happy with that.
No, I want a worse one.
No, I want my 25.
It rolled a 26, so no,
No,
you
someone
guys
roll
are first.
better. Okay, good.
I tried. Orson, you want the guns?
No, I'm good. Seems these things pack up an unnecessarily large punch, and he kind of like looks back over his shoulder towards Vin's or something.
And Vin goes.
I'd rather
"It was
us
for
stay
poachers."
alive.
Mhm.
Right,
Really?
poachers.
Really? Rockets for poachers?
They get really bad in some places.
Uh-huh.
Also, what are they poaching?
This is a prototype.
Hobo trees.
Alright, I'll keep the guns then.
All right. And so
I'm gonna try and shoot it with my bolt rifle. Sharpshooter on both.
you guys have a reinforced hull as well, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
So
that was the upgrade that we
Yeah.
prioritized.
That was so you got actually 400 max, I think.
21 and a 14 to hit.
21 hits.
Okay. Damn, why do I keep rolling
So we're at
bullshit on my
366 then.
D12? 5 plus 5. 20 points of damage.
20 points. All right. Everyone else.
17.
17 hits.
Twelve points of damage.
12, did you say?
Oh,
Sorry.
did you say?
12, yes.
Okay.
As I rolled balls.
H. Dog.
I'll let the duck shoot. And then I'll toss a ball.
Doc.
Andrew, that's you.
Muted, Andrew.
Sorry, phone call.
Okay.
Oh,
Do the pew pewing.
that's got to be a hit because that's 24. Unless 24 misses.
24 hits.
I'm assuming. Okay, cool. 7 points of damage, and then offhand, that's going to be a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
That's going to be 6 points of damage.
All right. This
H.
the
Five
shield.
open.
The shield looks pretty well smacked up so far. But
Well, then I'm going to toss a fireball at it.
a fire,
Yeah!
Yeah.
a fireball.
No,
Bolt.
firebolt. Sorry.
Less enthusiastic, yeah.
Woo.
16 plus 8.
16 plus 8
That
hits.
Sorry, I shoved chocolate in my mouth before I went. 12. 12 fire.
Nice.
12. Yeah.
Let's not do the whole dodging thing. Try to keep us alive.
Faux show. I think that's everyone.
Yes.
All right. Then it's my turn.
No.
Missile time. Disadvantage.
Ben.
So that's 11 or a 19, so 17 to hit. On the first one hits. And, okay, that one's going to miss. So, 17 to hit. The ship takes a lovely 22 explosive damage, I suppose. And I will need a D4 from somebody.
From who?
Whoever wants to.
From you.
Somebody. I did the last one.
4.
4. Okay. So you see the ship kind of, the missile actually, one of them sort of hits into the shields and rocks the ship, but it doesn't do too much damage. But the other one actually flies around and smashes into the scanner array on the top of the ship. And there's this sort of like blinking light on the scanner screen H, and you just watch it immediately go dark. You have no scanning or radar until it's fixed.
Okay.
And sure guys go again.
Captain, do you want to prioritize me fighting this thing, or do you want me to prioritize fixing the scanner?
Get that scanner back up because we won't find the other one.
Oh yeah, Captain. And that's what she's going to do. She's going to move back to the scanner and start trying to fix it.
Sure thing. So you'll need to head outside to at some point to fix part of it.
I'll do what I can inside first, or is it just an outside thing?
It might need a reset inside, but yeah, it's mostly going to be outside.
Okay. There's breathable atmosphere here, yeah?
Yes.
Can I just climb outside, or will I need to put on a suit?
I mean, Orson's moving pretty fast, so...
Yeah, we're in an oxygenated area, but we're also, fighting a tree that's
standing on
firing
top of
missiles at us.
You're standing on top of a fighter jet that's being shot with missiles.
It would probably you could have Demi's boots, but it would probably take you around to get them off of her.
And 3 rounds to convince her it's a good idea first.
Now you can take my boots if you need to go outside.
It'll probably make my life easier.
Yeah. So like Demi's gonna fire at it. Sharpshooter. 19 and a 22.
Hit.
Both?
Yes.
Okay. God damn it, why can't I roll any good? 21. Ugh! 20 on the other. I keep rolling like 1, 2, and 3 on my damage dice.
Could I have that again? Sorry, I'm
21 and 20.
That's not bad.
I know it's not bad, but rolling a 1 on a d12 is really upsetting. I think I might need Great Weapon Master.
Well, if you'd rolled a
Or not
3
great.
on that, d12, you would have done it. So
I did roll a 3, but then I rolled a 1 on my d4, so that is still only like
no.
20.
Well, point still stands.
Yep.
I'm just imagining it like your bonus action to deactivate your boots, and you come sort of in while I'm swerving around, you kind of lift out of them, still harnessed, but like holding onto your gun, and then like H just slides underneath, kind of thing. And swap
Defo.
shoes.
Yeah, Demi's gonna bonus action reach down and slap the straps on her boots and kick them in H's direction.
For sure.
I expect him
Doc?
back, princess.
I'll give them back to you as good as I got them. And she'll slap them on and try and head outside.
Yeah. Give me a quick athletics check.
Oh no.
With advantage because you've got grab boots on.
With advantage because I got
I
grab
mean,
boots.
I wouldn't be letting her make one if she didn't have grav boots.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
She's
Wait,
climbing a fighter jet.
I rolled 2 there, so I'll roll again. It's just 1. That is 18.
Okay, so you're able to withstand it for now, but you're going at a crawl.
That's fine.
So it's going to take you a round to get there.
Wings are super tight and close to her because it's fucking freezing.
Yeah, it is. Who else is there to go?
Fuck.
Duck.
I can do it. All right. Pew pew.
All right.
It's going to be a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
That is going to be 7 points of damage. Oh!
7 points of damage, and so you see with Doc's last shot, the shield just shatters and explodes.
Nice. Oh, I just rolled a crit too for my second hit.
Bad luck, man.
You don't want to waste a crit. Just shoot someone else. It's fine. I dodge because there's no reason to go down there until it's EMP'd. It's killer goes.
Anyone else waiting to go, or can I take my machine gun attacks? Machine gun attacks.
Is this the laser branch thing from before?
Okay, well that was a natural 1 and natural 9, so you are easily able to dodge it. You see like lots of the laser bullets are hitting like the trees around you, and so you're not really getting like a good kind of... It's not able to get many bullets out of the canopy.
Kay will definitely see like a grin on Orson's face as he's fighter piloting this through trees and dodging laser fire. Full on, like there'd probably, if there's a cartoon, there would be like a flashback montage where she like watches him in a race or something, and he's got the same expression on, whizzing around his Dust Bowl planet, and then it flashes
I like
back
that
again.
description. Dan.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Sweet.
Demi is gonna swing her bolt rifle behind her back and fire up the bazooka. Gutsy behind me?
Yes.
Okay. Oh wait, no, it's on a tripod now. Anyways. Well, either way, that's better. That's 27 to hit. I got the hang of it now.
27 hits. You watch as it goes down. D4, please.
2.
Okay, you have 2 rounds. Make me a piloting check, Orson, please.
Sure. 18 plus 7, 25.
Okay, so you're able to get within 1 movement of Vin, and he scampers out. He's going to make his check.
Now that
I'm
we're
gonna-
paused, can each move faster?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm going to ready up another EMP blast. Will it hurt Vin if he's down in there?
Only if he's touching it.
Okay. Okay.
For some reason, I just thought, oh no, I've got my
Clear.
tongue stuck on it. And like the thing where you lick a cold piece of metal. Oh god damn it, Vin! How did you manage to do that?
That's silly, Dan.
Yeah, and so you see Vin is able to shut down the thing for good.
Just in time though, because I presume it takes him like a round.
Yes,
Yeah.
to get that
but
one hit
he has
yeah.
his movement, and then so you have
Yeah.
2 rounds. You land on your turn, and then he has his movement and his action there. So you did have another round.
But still, that's 6 seconds. It's pretty close.
Yeah, it's definitely an exciting moment in a movie.
Do you want me to roll mechanics? See how quickly I can fix the scanner?
Yes.
Or now that the threat isn't as nearly as imminent. It's fucking roll it. Oh no, not one.
Yeah, it's pretty buggered. It's gonna take a little time.
Bitch truckle. It's gonna take a bit longer than we thought, Captain.
Do we have any idea where the others might be?
I was gonna say from my vantage point, but then I realized, I'm not gonna be able to tell what's a tree and what's a robot.
Can I do a perception check anyway? Through my bolt rifle scope?
Sure.
15?
15. You're not able to see it from where you are, I'm afraid.
Okay, no worries. Can I clamber up top with H and
I was
try to
also
help
gonna
her?
say I can just check.
No, I'm gonna help you with the mechanics. For
Oh, I
fixing
see,
the
okay.
thing. Yeah, so like Demi climbs barefoot. She has black toenail polish on.
Because of that. H helps her up, obviously. Holding her
Yeah.
hand.
She's still got the safety line to the cargo bay. BT dubs. She's not gonna disconnect that.
Sure.
But yeah.
Hit a button and she comes whipping in.
Yeah, right?
Back into the
Don't do
cargo.
that. Please don't do that.
Hit it! Orson, now!
Hit it.
Do it! Frank.
Motherfuckers! Arson sort of just sprawls out a little bit, relaxed, hands behind his head.
Well, we know there's now more within a 10-mile radius. So if we fly out to 10 miles from... Wait, shit. Yeah, if we fly out to 10 miles, and when we do get this thing up, we'll be scanning new ground.
So,
I mean, I reckon I was
How
going to
about
give you
we-
time to fix it
Yeah,
first
let's.
before fly-
We ain't in no hurry. Let's just be calm about this and do it
Okay.
right. Is there
worries.
yeah. Is there any way that we can protect it a bit so that it doesn't get fucked up again?
Not without significant.
Time? Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, you're
I mean, I
definitely.
appreciate your enthusiasm there, Princess, but like Dem says, not no hurry.
It's like those people are in the bunker, nice, snug and tight. They can wait while we shoot
Taking away the
some
ones
trees.
that seem to be close to the compound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't they with us?
Yeah, there's only.
Vin and Abby are.
Yeah, there's only one guy back
Is-
at the compound.
And
Yeah.
yeah, the rat guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we're just Abby, Orson, and Kira just sitting awkwardly in the cockpit.
Osen's never awkward. He's
It's only
far too
awkward if
relaxed
you
for
guys
this
want to
situation.
get off.
Yeah. After like probably like a good 3 minutes of us sitting awkwardly, Osen's gonna go, "Well, tea," and he's gonna go up, get up, and head to the kitchen.
Thank you, baby.
Oh.
You're the best.
You're
Oh,
not there,
awesome.
Demi.
Oh, sorry. I was having dinner delivered to me, and there's wine involved. So
I figured it was a response, but I love how it was like
Perfect
picture
timing.
perfect, exactly like a response.
mhm.
That's fucking great.
Like, ooh, thank you, baby.
No tea for you.
You've
I'm
got work
busy.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm busy. No, not that wrench. The other wrench.
What, this one?
Yeah, that one. I think.
I mean, all right. You do you, I guess.
Oh, it's proper bugged.
Here, does it help if I hold it like this?
No, turn it the other way.
Okay, and
Yours
this?
to the left. No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
the other way.
Oh, sorry. You're left.
I love
Sorry.
I love that joke. I couldn't let that go.
So I guess like after like Orson disappears from the cockpit,
You could
Yeah.
ask for tea, but it's even more awkward if neither of you say yes.
yes, fine. What tea? Yes, thank you. I will
You
take
don't
some tea.
have to.
Go away.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
Remember to turn off your comms before something else happens.
Yes, the comm is off.
Aw, man.
So, are you still wanting to leave after all this?
Well, got some stuff to wrap up, but yeah, honestly,
How long do you think that'll take?
couple months, probably. Just gonna sighs like, ugh.
All right. Well, I'll if you need a ride off this place, you can give me a call and I'll swing back by and take you wherever you want to go.
You do that?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was half hoping you'd just drop everything and come adventuring, but
Well, I do have a job to finish up, and you know,
yeah.
as fucked as this all is, the sentries are actually really close, and well, once they're done, I get a ridiculous amount of money and lifetime royalties from every sale. So really, I'm set for life if I sort this, and I figure it's worth a couple more months, you know.
Fair enough. Hopefully, Vin's getting them fixed up. I mean, they're not attacking us, anything.
Yeah, he's, you know,
He's a shithead.
he is, but he's also damn good at his job.
Sometimes you have to deal with the crazy when they're that good at their job.
Yeah. Anyway, where are you heading after this?
Gotta go pick up, just doing a little delivery out of the colonies.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, nothing major. Few hundred credits. And we'll see from there. I don't know. Normally we'll just head back to Zuva and pick up more jobs, but I guess we'll see what comes available.
Well, I wish you luck.
Yeah.
And, you have my number if you ever want to get me out of here.
Yeah, just let me know whenever you're ready to head out of here. And we'll get you wherever you want to go.
Thanks, Kira.
Probably someplace. Yeah, no problem.
Well, she kind of like gives this awkward look around. I guess should probably go. See how Vin thinks he's, yeah.
Yeah,
And
sure.
she sort of gets to her feet awkwardly, like glances at you again, and then walks off to go find Vin.
She looks over her shoulder out the cockpit window and goes, "What the hell is that?" No.
Ah!
Why did the tree say we?
Goddamn.
It's Jurassic Park, Lost World, whenever they're in the trailer with like the baby Tyrannosaurus. You just look up and it's Mama Tyrannosaurus just like.
T. Orson's making stuff shaking and
Oh no.
That's not a sentry. That's an entry.
Well,
That
yeah,
was my impression of an ent.
It was perfect. I knew exactly what you're doing.
you can make another mechanics check with advantage. H.
Oh, not 20.
Boom. So yeah, with Demi's help, you're able to get the scanners back up and running. The ship's still, taking a bit of damage, but it's doing okay. And on the
Let's get back
scanner,
inside. It's fucking freezing.
and on the scanner, we'll need a systems check.
Yeah. 13 plus 8 for.
21.
Thank you.
Yeah.
21.
So you find the other two dots on the far side of the compound. But before we deal with those, we'll take a quick 5-minute break if everyone's cool with that.
Sure thing.
Oh.
Cheers.
I'll be right back.
He's gonna eat the dinner feed was had delivered.
I was like, ooh, a scene with Kira and not Demi. It's chicken parmigiana.
Oh, come on.
be right back.
I'm back.
I had to remind myself, Jade.
Get your mic swung up.
Yeah. But I had to remind myself
Mm-hmm.
that I'm already getting a master vault
Why?
because my dad sent me some birthday money, and I was totally all like, "Oh, I should get some some wormwood stuff." But I forgot I've got like,
So much shit on Kickstarter.
yeah, because it's a master vault and the dice, the tile thing,
Mhm.
and then isn't there another one we did? Oh, the hexagon little box, the little
Yeah, I'm
hero boxes. So I already got a master vault coming, but I did roll the dice, so I don't know what kind of wood I'm gonna get.
yeah.
Otherwise, I might get one of the personal trays.
Yeah, I keep thinking about getting a personal tray.
I mean, maybe I should get a new tabletop tray, one of the big ones, because like the one I have has got some water spot damage on the sides. Which is like really minuscule, and I probably shouldn't like switch it out because of that. But they also never seem to be like do anything new in like the tabletop trays, other than like the Dungeons and Dragons one.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they had done more woods with the D&D design ones.
Sometimes I wish I remember what I actually pledged in Wormwood.
Mm,
I'm back.
welcome back. I've done like their last couple of campaigns.
Did you do the Corrupted Collection?
Yeah, I did. That's where my Master Vault's coming from.
Maybe that's where my Master Vault's coming from too.
I can't
Oh, did
remember
we
what.
all go on break?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Let's see.
Has anybody played Sunless Sea or Sunless Skies?
I have played Sunless Sea.
Is it good?
Yes, it's very good. It's kind of like one
There's
of
a
those.
lot of reading in it and a lot of
Yeah,
story, Andrew.
yeah, it's really.
Mm.
It's very,
Sunless
like I
Sea.
said, like he says, it's very good. But I
Mhm.
know that you don't really care for the story in games, and that game is no but story.
Yeah, and it's also like one of those things that it's like random chance on whether or not you have like success whenever things happen. Because it's very like much kind of it's
The story
almost
is good though.
and like the lore is interesting and stuff, but it's like when it comes to the like things going your way, it's like you get like it's like random whenever you go click on something like what will happen to you. So there's like not a whole lot of skill
Skill involved.
involved.
Okay.
So like you can get like an entire like game ruined because like you had like shit luck whenever you were choosing your options because it's like one of those like you get like choose this choose this type things and it's like a random result each time.
Okay.
But it's really good like the and kind of vaguely Cthulhu-esque
Okay.
with like some of its
Yes.
stuff because like people can go mad, like your crew can go mad and stuff.
I saw it's all on sale right now, so that's what I was wondering.
Like, it's very good, but like, I
Oh,
played
for
it.
all you guys that play, wait, what? Sorry, what?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No. You played it.
I played it a lot, but like always failed at stuff. So I kind of stopped playing because I don't. If it was like Dark Souls and just unforgiving because it was hard, that's one thing. But it's just unforgiving because it's random, and so there's not really much you can do about RGN screwing you over. So
Yeah,
I got like too frustrated.
you can't like train and get better like you can in like Dark Souls to
Yeah.
get past the difficulty. That makes sense. If any of you guys like Darkest Dungeon, have you guys seen Aratus?
I haven't seen Eratus, but I have seen like there's like this other game that's very similar, like art style, but it's like top-down view instead of side-scrolling.
Aratus
Hmm.
literally looks exactly like Darkest Dungeon. It's a new game. It came out 3 days ago, and you control a necromancer's army.
Mm.
Okay.
Like the
Just you
game.
bringing up Darkest Dungeon, they just recently did a free like patch like to bring in PvP called
Oh
Butcher's
wow!
Interesting.
Circus or something.
Oh,
Because
that's what
I
that
think
is.
they're working on the second one. Yeah, that's what that
Mhm.
is. They're working on the second game, and I think they wanted to have like online servers and that kind of thing. So they've just completely for free released like an online PvP game mode for Darkest Dungeon.
To like test their
Oh,
servers.
I,
that makes sense.
that's not how they advertised it, but that's how I'm thinking. That if they're already
Yeah.
working on the second one, and they want more online stuff. I presume they did this to show that, or at least train the team in being able to
Yeah.
develop for online games and again test servers. So
That's
a
really
big
cool.
experiment, and that's you wouldn't do that amount of work and then release it for free if you weren't probably going to get paid for it when you
Hmm.
make
There's
the
got to be
second
some
game.
profit behind it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice that they've released it for free now, and it's a good test of what they have. So everyone
Yeah.
wins, I guess.
Yo,
I can't
I
remember
just
the name of the other game that looks just like Darkest Dungeon, but it's not Darkest Dungeon because it's like it looked so much like it. Like it had like the same voiceover in the trailer that I actually like
Are
checked
you
to make sure
sure
it
it's
wasn't the
not
same.
Aratus? Because Aratus looks literally identical to
Let me
Darkest
see.
Dungeon.
Like it even like how do you spell
It
that?
looks Iratus. Oh, also the game Project Winter I was talking about. I looked at
Hmm.
the page for it. They came out with an update, one update every single month since it's come out a year ago. Like every single month is a new update. It's nuts. They are on it. Sometimes two updates a month.
There's a
Mm,
game that I got. I didn't back it in Kickstarter. I only found about it later, but I really enjoy the game. It's called Star Traders Frontiers, and it's kind of like partially what I influenced some of the rules in the document that we made for Space Hype, because it has a really good like modular like ship like upgrading system and stuff. But they have done they since they released it, they've updated it at least every week, if not every several days, and they have 208 updates to this game. And it's not a
Ooh,
big
I've
team.
looked at
It's
this and I've wanted it, but I've wanted it to go on sale.
yeah, I got it on sale, real cheap, and honestly, it was possibly one of the best buys I've bought at that price point. There was so much content in it; it's ridiculous. But
Erratus
Nice.
I'm
is
impressed by their. Never seen someone update a game as much as they have.
Erratus is not the game I was thinking of.
But it does look almost identical to Darkest Dungeon, right?
Mm, I mean, yeah, I can see what you're saying now, but like
Okay.
I saw like the trailer for like this game because it was on like the Steam page a little bit ago, and I can't remember what it's called. I'm pretty sure it's on my watch list, but like it was so similar that I had to double check that it wasn't the same developers because like the even like the trailer voiceover sounded like the ruinations, and treasure. Like, it sounded like that guy.
I bet I could probably let's see here. Let's just type in roguelite, and then I bet it'll pop
See,
up.
I
Mm-hmm.
have a weird request.
Yeah.
You know the Liam O'Brien's squeaky voice that you do an impression.
Cuttlefish.
That I've just, for some reason, there was an article about how basically the concept was someone had tweeted saying, by the age of 30, you should have a type of pasta that you just hate irrationally. And people are tweeting all things about pasta, and someone, I'm going to put it in the Vagrant chat, tweeted from like the perspective of a piece of pasta of like of the best, what they thought was the best, and I for some reason I read that and I just heard it in the squeaky voice.
Shells are the only true pasta. Or what's that you wanted a little extra that says here's some I was having? More cheese tucked right inside me. You're
Thank you.
Oh my lord.
welcome. The name of the game that I thought was Darkest Dungeon is Curse of the Dead Gods. Like, you can look at that and tell me that's not by the same art director. And I'll tell
Curse
you
of the
you're
Dead
lying.
Gods, you saying?
Yeah, like even just like the title image.
Is Rob back?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that title image looks directly out of.
Yeah, and it just looks like it's
Dungeon.
a top-down like Diablo version of Darkest Dungeon from like the screenshots.
Hmm.
It's in my wish list because it's still early access. Because like even like one of like the gifts on like the store page is a dude like rolling over spike traps. Is Rob back?
Yeah,
Nope.
sorry.
Yes.
Can we talk about? You haven't been messing with my inventory, have you, Rob?
No.
Okay.
There's some very large rocks in there.
I was just about to say that.
Oh, oh, Christ.
I've actually seen this Curse of the Dead Gods game. I've actually seen it. There's a old League of Legends streamer that
Mm-hmm.
Spazzy that played this, and it actually did look really cool.
Mm.
It looked real difficult, to be honest. Like, it was just the highlights from his stream because I don't really have time to watch the stream. But
Mm-hmm.
it does look quite roguelike difficult, but more action orientated.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping my eye on it.
You know
Fair
what you
enough.
should get, Dan? Bear trauma.
Oh god. Speaking of things being really cool, I just spent the break. Basically, slowly, more and more, the spreadsheet that is the Gypsy's character sheet is turning into an actual cockpit, because it now has glowing lights to tell you whether in what state your shields and armor are in, so it's a bit easier to see what needs repairing, based on the damage you've taken. Eventually, it's going to be a full VR experience in XL, but I'm still working out the kinks.
Fantastic.
So yeah,
You know, you can put like an image of the gypsy in there
I do have that picture actually.
and then do some like opaque or not opaque, transparent like damage overlays
Oh,
that you can activate.
well, I've got the week off and I know how I'm fucking spending it.
You're welcome.
Sorry, just before we get back to anything remotely more serious, did you about Andrew C. Whoever is vaguely interested?
Mhm.
On their Epic Game Store, they're giving away For the King, which is meant to be a co-op / multiplayer experience.
Oh yeah, we have that on the Switch for Kaylee.
If you want
I've
to
never
play a
played it.
co-op game, just let me know, and I will buy it. I don't care if that
What?
shit's $100. I'll buy it.
Well, For the King is free if you just sign up to the Epic Game Store within like the next 6
Fuck
days or
that.
something.
Where is it on Steam? I'll buy that shit.
I
Fortnite
mean,
King.
If we have it on different
Oh!
systems, I can't then play it with you. But
yeah.
Oh, it's the Epic Game Store? What's the Epic
Ep-
Game Store? I gotta
Ep-
download that shit.
Epic Game Store has been out for about a year, and they've been giving free games away every week of that year, basically,
That's
Hmm.
nice of them.
And I think
because they have lots of
also,
money.
I could be wrong.
Wait. Isn't that Fortnite?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes, it's the reason that
Um,
Fortnite was such a success that they've now made their own store that could challenge Steam, and the way that they're challenging Steam is by presumably paying developers to have their games on the system, on the browser or
things
whatever
for
for free.
free.
Yeah, and they've been doing
Is
that
it
for like
free for
a
a
year or more.
limited time or just like free?
Yeah, you have to download. You have to add it to your library before it's not free anymore.
So it's like
But
Oh,
it's
so
free
once
PlayStation
you
forever
Plus
once you
games.
get it.
So, but yeah, once you get it, it's yours forever. You just have to
Oh,
go and say add before it goes away because it's basically like like Dan said, is this it's a method to keep people checking the store.
They're trying
that makes
to
sense.
challenge Steam is a big business, but they make
Yeah.
so much money off Fortnite they can basically afford to do it for free and still make a profit. So
the gods.
you can buy
Hey,
stuff there
Lewis.
on there too. 12,
Yeah.
24, 36, 48, 56. Oh god, I have far more games than I thought on this. Like 68. Really?
Yeah.
Like, it's still going. I think I have about 80 games on here, and I've not paid a single one, I don't think.
Yeah, like
Jesus.
we same thing for us. Like I think uh
Yeah,
basically just
78
do it
games.
to the free thing. And then like Kenny has like the humble bundle thing, the humble monthly thing where they like give you games.
Hmm.
And like a lot of the times some of the games are like ones that Epic has already given away for free, but that means I can turn around and give it to one of you guys on Steam because like that's how I gave Rob Bad North and I gave Dan Pathfinder
Yeah.
because we already had it through Epic.
Because they release two a week, sometimes three, and over Christmas they were doing one a day for like either the 12 days of Christmas or every day of
Jeez.
December or something silly. It was
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
2
it
weeks or
was
something
crazy.
crazy. They're not always. Sometimes they're reasonably decent games as well. And
No, Bad
all
North
just
was really
trash.
good.
Yeah, Bad North's fun. Yeah. Well, we have two more
Anyways.
trees.
Let's go fuck them up.
Yeah. So systems check on the scanner. Did we already do that? I believe we did. And so you saw the other two.
Yes, we
Yeah.
found two other dots distance away on the other side of the compound.
Piece this information
How-
in an English accent.
Sure. How long were we down here? You know, for H's other check to kick in. Was it half an hour or was it an hour? Could we send the bot around to
Yeah.
heal, or has it not been that long?
We can say it's an hour. So the bot.
So the bots did some healing.
Yeah, the bot makes some repairs, and oh look, your shields are no longer critical. Isn't that interesting? What an amazing
Oh, they're
sheet I made.
green.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, you send the bot off to do some healing.
Did someone roll? What was it? 1d20 an hour or something? I can't
Yeah.
remember. H, roll a d20.
I sure can. I'm not gonna roll that one because that one's already hit a 20 today. It's only 10, I'm afraid, lads.
It's okay.
That's not bad.
We gain 10 hit points.
Yes. So your shields are actually still critical, but there you go. That's fine. Just means below half. So, the gypsy takes off again. A little bruised, but not too bad. And she flies back over the compound towards the other trees, or the other sentries. Abby sort of like pats you on the shoulder and says, 2 more. We're doing well.
Yeah, not gone too badly. He's kind of like piloting with one hand and drinking tea with the other.
Awesome. But yeah, so eventually, we will. Are you going to do a stealth check for this one, Austin? That was the question.
Oh yeah, can I fly casual and try
Yeah.
get the jump on this tree? Am I adding my stealth? Am I adding the ship's stealth? Like, what is my modifier for stealthing as a
That
ship?
is an excellent question. I feel like for now, just make a piloting check
Okay, I can do that
because it's just
at
sort of catch.
17.
Okay, you outclass the ship scanners. Like maybe put it on silent running for a bit and like stealth up, and you can see it's moving, heading westward because it's on the other side to the trees that were heading eastward, but they're going to the same place. And so you're kind of flying in behind it.
Sure.
What would you like to do? You have a sneak attack round or a surprise round.
Someone take advantage and
Shooting.
shoot it. Shoot her!
We have advantage, right?
Yes.
Do I get to add my sneak attack?
Maybe missiles.
Oh yeah. That is gonna be an 18 to hit.
18 hits. Is this with the cannons?
With missiles.
Oh, sweet.
You're missiling this one with the
Yeah.
Agnes.
For
Yeah.
the trees.
Ooh. Start the boom.
I'm updating the sheet, so we only have 9.
Awesome.
Yeah, it takes a missile.
Didn't I buy some EMPs too?
Yes. I thought we found some, or we definitely had
I
some.
bought
Yeah.
some. They're
Some
not
are
on the.
bought.
They're not on the
34
thing.
points of damage.
34.
24. Cool.
34.
34.
34. Even better.
Even better.
Very nice. You see the 2 missiles just smash into the shield and shatter it a great deal. Everyone else can take their actions.
I'm gonna wait and see if anybody can get the shield down.
Makes sense. Pew pew.
Beach duck.
I'm a toss a firebolt.
Do it.
I love how Liam's really stressing the T in firebolt now for
I've
Avoiding
got to,
confusion.
because firebolt.
firebolt.
It's very obvious. It's very easy to get misconstrued. I understand. 19.
19 hits.
Oh yes. That is a big old fucking 14 damage here, Rob.
14 damage. Very nice. Doc. Watch Andrew do 60 damage in a turn.
I think I missed all 3. I just on my dice rolled a 6, a 4, and a 2. So yeah.
Is that like a 15 to hit on the highest?
14 actually.
Miss.
14. So I miss all 3 shots.
He was shooting at the wrong
mean-
window.
Spin him around.
Yeah, if someone can turn me around, that'd be great.
Alright.
You're just shooting at Penfold because he's green.
I am going to. Because if I drop the shields before it's time, it doesn't actually stun it or anything, does it?
How do you mean, sorry?
It doesn't like stop it.
If you shoot it with the EMP now.
No, if I drop
Yeah,
the shields
if
with
you-
like my gun,
yeah, if
it
you
doesn't
just-
like stop it.
No.
Any. Okay. And how are our shields critical again? It hasn't gone yet.
Because you only healed 10 hit points. You didn't heal 20.
Oh.
When I did it, I wrote in 20, and that took it above half. But actually, it
I
was only 10.
see.
'Cause-
You were showing off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, I wasn't.
then
I just they were like use the
were
repair
showing
droid, and I
off.
was like, oh, it's a D20. Put in 20, and then I realized she had to roll for it.
I see. Sorry. I was trying to find how many MP missiles Demibot. I'm gonna shoot it with my bolt rifle. Oh, it's advantage, right?
Yep.
I'm just gonna ignore that natural one. Um, that's a 27.
Hits.
Ooh, that's some real damage. I didn't say sharpshooter. God damn it. 13 plus 5, 18 points of damage.
18.
This one's gonna be sharpshooter. Because it should have been because we had advantage. 18.
Hits.
So it goes to like the shit roll again now that I'm getting like a guaranteed 10. That's going to be 7, 11, 21 points of damage. At least the D4 is
Yeah, the shield is heavily
doing good.
cracked.
Okay.
Let's roll initiative again.
Did you put the EMP into the cargo sea just now because you looked, or because I see EMP missiles in the cargo for the ship?
I just added it
Yeah,
just
yeah.
now because I looked it
Okay. Okay, fair enough.
up. 25 initiative for Zimmy.
Well,
Well,
it's fine
That
as a
is-
group.
Yeah.
I know, but I've got a plus 10 to initiative, so I figure it would be okay if I did.
Sure. Well, you guys are first, so.
Is that okay with everybody that I rolled the initiative?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I thought,
shoot
you were
it.
gonna, I thought you were gonna say no. You're fired.
It's my ship, damn it.
I'm gonna switch the targeting back to the pulse cannon and 19.
Hits.
17 points of damage.
The shields blow up on the sentry before it can do anything.
Sweet. Demi's gonna fire that rocket launcher. Ugh. Does a 16 hit?
The 16 is the AC.
Oh, Jesus, thank fuck. Okay.
Roll me the d4, please.
Oh, right. 4.
Okay, you got 4 rounds. You can for sure get close enough to deal with this one, seeing as you kind of nuked it. And so you get out. I think he makes his check. Okay, that's a fail. So that's 1 round gone. He's going to have to roll again. Okay, he passes second time. And manages to shut down that one. One last one.
H recites
Go.
the coordinates of the last sentry.
For sure. And so you guys take off once again and head in that direction.
Mhm.
Another stealth check from Orson, piloting.
And I didn't mean to like break the encounter. I just
No,
figured
it's-
that maybe the post cannons would get like a surprise, and then everyone else.
So it's
Go
fine
on,
because
hold up.
this is the same encounter repeated 4 times. So like the first couple were hard, and now you've sort of learned. I'm happy
Okay.
to just sort of deal with all that. Like it's not, you know. I was kind of expecting you guys to be able to nuke them down pretty quickly.
21.
21.
Stealth.
Oh yeah, it gets a.
Oh, hang on. No. That's what I meant. It is 21 piloting. I actually have the same. Yes, I have the same for
Well,
both.
you smash it. So the tree has not scanned you again.
Okay. Okay. I'll go gadget.
I'm
That's the
gonna
thing.
wait and see if everybody can nuke the shields before I go.
I'ma throw a firebolt. Yeet! Oh, that wasn't great. That's only a 15.
It's because you
13.
yeeted.
15 misses.
This is what you get for yeeting.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Mom.
I am so offended by that young man.
I feel like H said that while like dabbing or something.
That's just how we say hello in Norwegian. No, it's not. I made that up.
Oh god. Let's not go to Pazuzu. It's a silly place.
Good ref. Inspiration.
Thank you. Oh, cheers, man. Kira?
Everyone else going?
Andrew?
I missed. Yeah.
All
Missed
three.
missed hard.
Oh.
Yeah.
You are level 5 and you're not hitting a AC 16 6 attacks in a row.
Well, level 6.
What
You're
are
level
your
6.
proficiency what's your proficiency bonus there, Andrew?
Remember, my highest roll was a 6 on the dice, so that's a 15.
I feel like you've done that several times in a row now, son.
Yes.
You were in a war.
I'm rolling very bad.
Are you making yourself roll with disadvantage? Because he's triggered.
Having
No.
flashbacks, blowing up trees.
Charlie's
It'll
in the trees. Charlie's in the trees.
Kira?
34 points of damage with a missile.
Boom.
And that was muted.
Smash it.
So, how much damage?
34.
34.
And you used another missile. I'm taking it off the sheet, so no one else has to.
Thank you.
It's still up, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Okay, we have advantage on these, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sharpshooter. Ooh, that's a kraken.
Yes.
You want me to roll double the dice, right? Or do
Yes,
you want?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, or you can roll 1 and double it.
That's 11. That's 22, 24. Plus 5. 29 plus 10, 39 points of damage. Second attack.
39.
Yeah. Second attack, sharpshooter. That is the 25 to hit.
Hits.
Oh, back to the garbage rolls. That's 2 plus 5 plus 10 for
17.
17.
17.
Tree's looking real bad. I think that's everyone. So let's roll initiative.
There's
Oh.
me's.
Oh, yes, of course.
Well, I suppose I stealthed in. That was that turn. Sorry, I
Oh,
was
yeah,
thinking
yeah,
we'd
yeah.
moved on. So yeah.
Fuck.
24.
You guys go first. Turns out
So
Tree-
Dan, thanks for talking me into getting alert last week.
Sure.
Turns out trees aren't fantastically fast creatures.
I'm not so sure these are going to be the big hit that they think.
But they're not
no.
meant to kill.
That's true. That's true.
They're not meant to kill
Unless you're a poacher.
unless you're a poacher. Sure, but not all
pick a
poachers are
flower
going to
in
have
this
alert and all the rest of it. So, I imagine they'll destroy a few poachers.
Who's taking shots?
I'm waiting to see
That
if
was
you...
the first round of combat or second round of combat?
was
We only missed
surprise.
That was the
three.
0th round of combat.
Okay.
That was a surprise round.
That's what I said. The 0th.
Yeah.
Go again, Andrew. Shoot some more.
Go on, Andrew. You can do it.
16.
Hits.
Hey. 9 points of damage.
Oh. It has 1 hit point.
I'm gonna miss with that one. That's a 10. And offhand is a 10. All right.
Firebolt.
Someone slapped the shield.
I got 16.
Is the AC.
Just hit. Scraping by, hitting this massive tree.
Unless you do negative damage, you
I'm gonna tell you right now. I rolled over a 1.
What did you roll?
7.
7. Okay.
A 2.
Right, the sentry shield explodes.
Emmy jumps into action.
But silent.
Oh, I was muted. 25 to hit
Hits.
with the rocket EMP.
HMU with a D4.
Oof, only a 1.
Oh.
Will the shitty asshole dumbass Vin achieve his goal?
Do I need to pilot to get in there for him to have a chance of doing so? Or...
Yeah. So guys, that's a natural 7 for a 12 total, which is not enough to beat the DC. So the tree reboots itself very quickly and is going to crush Vin.
Does the wouldn't it activating be its turn?
No.
It gets a turn after it.
Yeah, because then
boots
you
all
Trees
of
don't work that way.
then
Oh, it doesn't have like an SSD drive
I
or
mean,
something? How does
maybe-
it reboot that fast? My
maybe.
computers don't reboot that fast.
See, maybe in real life it would, but seeing as this is a turn-based game, some might even call it a strategy game.
Mm-hmm.
Really doesn't make any sense because then you'd be able to stun lock it without it ever getting a go, and so there's no point in the D4, and it's an obsolete mechanic.
I mean, I still have to hit.
Yeah,
Sure.
speaking of hit, that's a
I was
16 to hit you guys with the vines.
Oh, it's attacking us instead of him. Okay, that's cool.
I'm not actually going to have it crush the only.
I was going to say, we don't have any way of knowing, right, that it was stunned for a round. So, like, we go in thinking it was fine, and then Vin gets there, and then the tree almost goes in.
Does the shield go up again visibly, or is it just...
No, the shield is still down.
Okay.
The tree is just not EMP'd. 20 damage there on that one. And a piloting check from Orson. Oh, yeah, shit, sorry, you make a piloting check rather than...
18 plus 7, 23.
Okay. So you take no damage.
Demi is gonna yell over the comms for Vin to get clear of it. So he's not touching it?
I'm trying to debate whether or not he'd be part of your comp, sure. You'll watch him dive clear.
Oh, that's a kraken. A natural 1 and a kraken.
Alright, we'll say that counts. Or you can, double D4.
Double D4. 8 rounds.
Oh. And that's a natural 18. And the last sentry is powered down. I'm glad that's over.
While he is down there, Demi is going to dismantle the battery pack in the rocket launcher EMP. Like, disarm it,
Sure,
so it can't be used again.
Making a mechanics check.
Fuck. Natural 1. Do I break it beyond all use?
Oh no, don't EMP the ship.
You have you got a natural 1.
Uh-huh.
You
Well, I
fucked
mean,
it.
Okay.
technically you can't get a natural 1 on skill checks. Technically, it's
I'll
like
give
a
you
5.
a choice. Either
Uh-huh.
Demi is
No,
shocked and falls to 0 hit points,
Uh-huh.
or you EMP the ship.
I'll take the shock.
So you guys watch as Demi explodes in a ball of EMP light, and thank God she's wearing a harness.
Does it short out my my breastplate of wound closure?
And your boots.
I'm not. Well, I guess.
I guess you probably would have had them back on afterwards.
Yeah. I guess so.
No, your stuff's fine.
Okay. No, but does it stabilize me like it's supposed to?
No, because you don't have any wounds.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about being stabilized, brother.
Okay.
Is it our turn now?
Yeah, we're out of combat.
You
You killed many
Yeah.
trees.
seeing Jimmy fall limply, she runs over and casts Spare the Dying. It's just
It
like,
was a bit more than falling limply, but sure. She exploded the gun.
seeing the gun blow up. H runs over and puts her gloved hand over her face, and it sort of the nanobots come off and become like a breathing apparatus as she casts Spare the Dying.
Did the glove get EMP'd?
Everything.
Everything.
No, it
Oh no,
would.
the glove's EMP proof. Did I not say that?
Oh,
Emperor.
okay.
Considering it's technically just a vessel for me to cast my spells.
Sure.
Abby
Yes.
will walk over to the gun, pick it up, and like put it back in its case, and say, "Yeah, maybe we should hang on to this."
Yeah, I think that's probably for the best.
Oh, you
Awfully
coward.
chill reaction for someone
Yeah.
hitting the deck very hard.
Well, she's been dealt with.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, she's in the cockpit, so she would have to hear that come through, see that everything's okay, and then
I know. But she just strides through.
I'm like, well,
We'll
let's take
keep
this.
steps on
Yeah.
Demi's neck and just walks over. Give me
I
my
know you
gun
said
back.
she was step on me.
Yeah. Literally.
Hmm.
Now that I've got her, I'll disconnect the harness, turn the mag boots off, but keep them on her, and then take her through to the fucking med bay.
Oh god.
Doc, you might as well follow him.
Next to the other unconscious person in there.
Oh, I forgot they were in here.
Shh, just chill. Act normal.
I mean, we've got 2 chairs now. Oh, we brought an extra chair with us. More the merrier.
We'll put him in the snuggling compartment if we have to.
Very well.
We
Sorry,
head back
I
to
just
dinner?
had like a bad feeling about them having an EMP rocket. I wanted to make sure they didn't use it on the ship.
Maybe that was a bad feeling. For
Yeah.
So I imagine Orson was chilling out at the front of the ship, and here's this like big old sizzle. So he'll come like running through, just so he is present, and he'll probably help H take Demi back.
Yeah, she's not the strongest of girls.
Gorals.
Garrels.
Goyles. And he's probably like,
Oh.
H, what happened? Like there were no enemies. What happened?
Well, did I see what happened?
You
Yeah.
were there, I think,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the cargo.
She was trying to take the battery pack out of the rocket, and it sort of went off in her face. She's fine now. She points to the breathing apparatus.
Mm-hmm. Good. I mean, he's still like carrying. You both like one arm over each shoulder, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
and he's just like, and they're having this conversation between her unconscious face with the breathing apparatus. But
Totally.
he's just. Do you think we can have one mission where she doesn't die?
Hey, I didn't die with the velociraptors, she would say if she were conscious.
She didn't die with the velociraptors.
I mean, it's still not the best record, right?
2 out of 3's surely work. She stares with a smile on her face, so that the unconscious Demi knows she's kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy will not remember this. Alright. Well, you guys are able to fly the gypsy slowly, leisurely back to the base.
How long is Demi unconscious?
Not long. Like 10 minutes.
Okay.
And Abby will sort of come up to Kira as you're like coming into land, and she say, "Well, your ship needs some repairs, and it'll take us, a couple hours to get the money sorted. Fancy
Really?
staying for dinner?"
Sure. I mean, there's no reason for us to take off right away.
She gives you like a wide grin. Who says something of a chef?
Oh, really?
Sure, I can't hold a candle to your Orson, but I know my way around a kitchen.
It's good because I can't cook for shit.
Well, you can just be there for moral support then.
Alright, I think I can handle that.
So, what's everyone doing this evening. You see Vin is locking himself away in a lab to work on his code and iron out any problems. Ellis, the rat guy, is just going around making repairs now that he knows there won't be any trees ambushing him while he's outside. And you guys have the run of the place.
The
H
rat
is
guy,
getting-
wasn't he the pilot from another ship that got destroyed?
Yes, he was.
Yeah. Does he want to go anywhere? Like, leave the planet, or is he happy here?
So
Without
yeah,
the ship?
you can like run into him and ask him if you want.
So if he's pottering around,
Yeah.
Orson's just gonna like appear leaning up against something somewhere wherever he's pottering. So I heard you fly.
Alice kind of shrugs. Yeah, I do a load of stuff.
Doesn't look to me like you've got anything to fly here. Are you heading back?
Well, eventually, but I'm on the payroll, so gotta hang around.
Oh yeah. Just might be a while till another ship gets.
Yeah,
Don't
I know,
time.
but not much I can do about it, to be honest.
Shrugs.
I'm getting paid fucking well. Rinsing them from everything I can, so I'll do alright.
That like cracks a smile out of Orson. You keep doing you, mate. You keep doing you. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
you were
pat him
pretty
on the
good out
shoulder.
there today.
I'm always pretty good. And he like shrugs his kind of like flicks his shoulders up in the beautiful coat he's still wearing.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Wait. Yeah, he fails his wisdom saving throw. It is.
Yeah,
I bet. He like blinks a little.
I think got the tapes. If you want to check them out before we leave. Those trees didn't go down without a bit of a fight.
yeah, I'd like that.
Sweet. Well, see you when you're off the job.
Yeah, and you, mate. And you.
I'll stride off somewhere.
H is gonna spend some time
Surreptitiously
trying to
watch you go.
reinforce.
Oh, sorry, sorry.
Sorry. She's gonna spend time trying to reinforce the scanner array. Scanner array. Sorry.
Alright, mechanics check.
19.
19, yeah. You can get it so it's a bit more covered. Definitely, like, it'll take like a full upgrade, to actually have it so that there's not a chance it can be blown out anymore, but you've certainly reduced that chance.
Okay. Cool.
For sure. What would everyone else like to do? Jimmy, you wake up like maybe half an hour afterwards, like feeling a little rough, but there's not much pain. You just feel pretty shit.
It's like getting the flu.
I don't know if getting hit in the face with 10 trillion volts is comparable to the
I just
flu,
meant like the aches. Just
well, yeah, I suppose. Maybe I imagine it
The
hit you in
electric flu.
yeah, it hit you in the chest, so your chest probably hurts.
yeah. Oh no, she got the corona.
Oh no.
Nah, this stopped your heart. Your lungs are fine.
That's so much better. And Debbie's just gonna get up, look over at like the unconscious dude with the broken arm. I'm assuming he's unconscious because he hasn't like come out to say anything to anybody.
Yeah.
And she's just gonna drag her sorry ass back to her room.
Oh.
But We haven't left port yet, though, right? Because we're staying like the night again.
Yeah, it seems like.
Yeah. I think at some point in the evening, perhaps whenever she's feeling like a little bit better, she's gonna send another message through from the encoder thing.
Yeah.
And it's just going to say, don't want to talk to the Draconius. And then that'll be it.
All right.
Sorry, was that you don't want to talk to the cronies? Or...
Yeah, because he's responded with
Very
his
official.
rank.
So she
He
wants
responded with his rank.
Sure.
So she's telling him that she doesn't want to speak to
that guy.
the uniform. Yeah. And that'll be it.
Sure thing.
Demi.
Andrew.
Yes.
What are you doing for the evening?
Just chilling, sorting out my lollipops and my tea, having a chill night, making sure that all the lollipops are, still in place. Counting them all.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah. So that's going to be an 18.
They're not.
They're not what?
Well, there's a load of them missing from some of the places you've hidden them around the ship.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start going fucking batshit crazy, screaming about my lollipops in the spaceship.
Yeah.
Who the fuck touched my lollipops?
Penfold is surprisingly absent from view. Yeah. But yeah, you. Abby will cook for whoever wants food. Chatting and enjoying the company of Kira. As enjoy a relaxing evening.
She wants help. Arsenal help, but if she does, sometimes people protective of their kitchens.
It's not that
Orson
she's
won't help.
protective of her kitchen. You like, imagine Orson kind of watches and she'd probably say yes to help, but you think she'd probably rather sit in the kitchen alone with Kira.
Oh, I thought we were all invited to dinner. No?
You are, but
Come to
she's
dinner.
cooking in the kitchen.
Right. In that case, can I ask DM question? For reviewing highly sensitive data that I picked up, if I was to use one of their data pads here, I don't know if can I plug that into our hacking system so it's like doubly secure, so it's through our encoder thing, so it might throw off anybody, but it's also a completely different data pad registered to someone else entirely that isn't us. If I was then to view the files
Yeah,
that
I like
way.
that idea. I like it.
Right. Well, while everyone is busy and distracted, or nearly dead, or shouting about lollipops, or working on antenna or something, can Orson potentially using pass without a trace from his like shadow arts, void art stuff, just swipe a data pad and
Yeah, I'll say
go into the ship.
it's pretty easy. Like, the only person who's around to notice you is Abby, and she's thoroughly distracted. So.
Great.
Yeah.
Then he's gonna recluse himself somewhere.
Yeah.
Plug into our encoder system and look through things.
Absolutely. So, first thing is there's a lot of information here, so it takes you like the better part of the evening to like wade through even a little bit of it. But you do find a lot of information. So we'll say for now, like, make me an investigation check. And you can like keep making investigation checks to sort of sift through the data, like anytime you sort of spend time on it, I think is a good way to do it.
Sure. First one was an 11, so.
Yeah. So you kind of open like what appears to be a like the sort of PowerPoint slides for a pitch meeting about Project Hecate. And it's it's got lots of like corporate ESB sort of logos and colors and all that sort of thing. And as you kind of flip through the slides, obviously they're supposed to be accompanied by a speaker, so they don't have all the information, but they do have a lot. And so you're seeing the first thing is stage 1. Travel through the known orbits to essentially find likely individuals with the right sort of genetic makeup, the right like talent and skill set, and select them for testing. Secondary, using what appears to be a hitherto unknown or uncontacted dimension similar to that of hyperspace. They're able to sort of allow their test subjects to utilize both the energy from this dimension, which is a dimension of pure energy, and basically utilize and enter this dimension, allowing them to leap great distances in a single bound, or disappear and reappear elsewhere, move faster, stronger than others, inflict things like stunning and other sort of preternatural effects that humans and aliens don't normally have, but that allows them to be these sort of superhuman soldiers. And there's probably this like cold kind of feeling of dread in your chest as more and more of it kind of sounds familiar. And they say, by the end, you can see that they've begun testing on what looks to have been 5 individuals, and 2 of them had survived up until this point.
Is this presentation like dated? If this was the very like initial
Yeah.
start of it.
Yeah, it probably would be dated. Roughly 50 years in the past.
Roughly how long ago were only 2 people alive?
Yeah,
But
about
we know of more than 2 potentially.
about 50 years in the past.
Okay. Okay. We'll flick through that presentation or something, and until dinner time or something like that.
All right. And I think a nice dinner is had, an enjoyable evening all round, before everyone sort of beds down for the night. Is there any like role playing or conversations people want to have before we sort of do like everyone going to bed, waking up? Like, does anyone want to have conversations with the NPCs or each other?
Is everyone ignoring the Doc yelling about his lollies in the ship?
Apparently.
Captain's distracted and has other things to handle.
Yeah, I
Who
guess
the fuck moved my lollies?
Demi's gonna pop her head out of her quarters. Like, will you pipe down?
No! Someone messed with my lollies!
I mean, you say someone, but it was probably Penfold. 'Cause he likes
Why?
them. Well, he likes them.
Where is he?
I don't know. Hey, and she'll like call up on the comms. Hey, Penfold, where you at?
Hello, Madame Cassell. I am currently in my quarters hiding from the doctor.
He's hiding from you.
Where?
Oh
I'm
man,
not
Moral
right.
Dilemma.
I mean, what you gonna do? He just took some lollies. Not like you didn't get a. You got plenty,
Where's
didn't you?
where's your stuff? Maybe I should just, start touching your stuff and moving it.
I mean, I
Didn't
would not recommend you taking my stuff.
didn't
Right?
Demi pay for the
Doesn't feel
lollies?
good.
No, he paid for his
Did
own
he?
lollies.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
She was just there to make sure he didn't spend all of his money on the fucking tea. Um. Well, I mean, did he take him out of the med bay?
No.
Probably.
Uh,
Some.
no, so it
Maybe.
seems like, because you said you were kind of hiding them around the ship in various
I
places.
definitely was.
And so he's just taken the ones that aren't in the med bay. And probably not all of them, just, maybe 10 to 20.
10 to 20. Jeez.
He has an addiction, almost like you.
Did he take him out of the med bay?
No, he got other, places where I put lollies.
Why would you put lollies in a place other than
Because
the med
last time I
bay?
put all my lollies in one spot, they all, no more lollies.
Yeah, but everybody knows that if you only get lollies from the dock from the med bay. So if you put them anywhere else, like if you put any in the common room, that's the common room.
As
Anything
opposed to
in
the
there
med
is fair
bay.
game. Anything in there is common ground. That's why you don't see Orson leaving his good cooking shit in there.
I don't agree. I don't agree. They were
Listen,
my lollies. People shouldn't just take my lollies.
I will speak to him on your behalf. I don't think you should do it because you're riled up a bit.
Okay.
And after he steps away, she's going to message Penfold and she's going to say, "Hey, Penfold, please don't take lollies without asking the doc first. He's real protective of them."
My apologies. I did not mean to offend. I just thought if they were in the common room, they are fair game.
Yeah, I know. I told him. I think he's got a different mindset whenever it comes to personal belongings. So the lollies are the docs. He likes handing them out. So, and
Very
I'm
well.
sure if you get a hankering, if you ask him, he'd be more than happy to give you one.
Very well. I will remember this in the future. And you
All
see,
right.
Penfold leave his room and he waddles over to the med bay. And he has a handful of lollies that he hands back to the doctor. But they're
What?
all
Yes, thank you.
horse fruit.
I mean, we established that the horse fruit was delicious. So,
I mean, I'm never eating anything called a horse fruit, no matter how good everyone else says it is.
yeah, did you say it sounded like that it tasted like chai or something?
I don't know what that is, so I probably didn't.
Oh, you don't know what
Chai
chai
tea.
is?
Good old chai tea.
I know you put it in lattes.
What?
Chai latte, that's a thing.
Never heard of chai
Oh.
latte.
Never heard
I-
of a chai
Oh,
latte. I
wow.
have had
You've
chai
never heard
tea
of a
though.
chai
That's like the
latte?
best thing.
Nah,
Yeah.
love me some chai tea though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
chai latte
Well, it's
is.
basically it's a chai tea latte. They just always drop the tea part of it.
I see.
Um,
Yeah, I drink black coffee, so that's as far as my
Ugh.
coffee knowledge goes.
ugh,
Although sometimes I put
coffee.
some of the red Guernsey milk in it, which is basically cheese.
Red
Re- Red
Guernsey.
Guernsey milk?
It's not.
I'm sorry,
okay.
you must
Okay.
explain this.
So in the
You put
UK,
red
no,
milk?
no. Listen, in the
It's just
UK,
called red milk.
milk is color coded by cap, right? But in Guernsey, the color coding is different. So Dan,
So
Okay.
you're talking
correct me
about
if
like full or 2%
yeah,
or 1% and stuff
yeah,
like
we
that.
don't call it that. We have
Okay.
skimmed, semi-skimmed, and full fat. Dan, correct me if I'm wrong. In the UK, skimmed is red, full fat is blue, and semi-skimmed is green.
Yes, I think that's right.
In Guernsey,
Well, that's the opposite for
in
us. 'Cause,
Guernsey,
like,
it's different. It's red is full fat, blue is semi-skimmed, and green is skimmed, which makes sense to me anyway. And the
yeah,
red
that's the
Guernsey
same
milk.
for us, I think.
So Guernsey, all milk in Guernsey is sold in cartons that are and all Guernsey milk. The only milk you can buy in Guernsey is made in Guernsey, because we have like Guernsey is famous for cows.
Famous for cows, yeah.
Yeah. And the Guernsey red milk, so the full fat, is like crazy thick. It has like a layer of oil on top, and like often when you pour it into your cup, it comes with like actual bits in it. It's basically cream, and it's
Real
real
fresh.
good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have to squeeze it from the cow yourself. But yeah, so that's what I mean when I say red milk. It's the full fat milk
That makes sense.
mixed with blood.
Such a
So, now that Lollipop Gate is dealt with, the evening draws to a close. You awake the next morning feeling refreshed. We'll say the repair bot was going during the night. You're 66 hit points down. I feel like 8d20 could probably get there.
Let's see.
That
Alright.
depends on who's rolling it, brother.
Yeah, Liam, I want you to roll all 20 or all 8.
How about we each roll 4?
no.
I don't know.
Is that right?
No, it's
Oh, no, no, that's
it's
not.
8
so
hours.
it's not
So
right.
everyone
each
roll
roll
1
two,
and I'll
but-
roll 3.
Oh.
Okay.
What was yours, Liam?
9.
9 from Liam,
Got 4.
4 from Dan,
11.
11. Andrew,
9.
9. Jade.
14.
Okay, it had 2 left after Andrew's one. So, you just got that. Yeah.
Okay. I presume that means it has to charge for a while if it's done a full 8 hours of work.
Yeah. But yeah, the ship is all patched up.
Dim will be up early to check for a message.
No message back, I'm afraid.
Okay. And then she'll help Orson out in the kitchen for breakfast.
I need to cry.
I didn't cry. Just like to say, there's probably like a secret cubby hole or something in Austin's room that he like puts that tablet in,
Sure.
just slides it away, and then he'll breakfast.
Sounds good.
Kira will sneak back in.
Walk of shame.
Onion cry.
Walk of shame, onion cry.
I might have to put that as the title
Yep.
of one of them. By the way, Liam, I love your whistling every time.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's real good. And you're actually
Sometimes it
getting
takes
quite
me a
good at
minute
it.
because my lips aren't ready for it, but then my lips get ready for it and I'm all good.
Well, you will get a wave goodbye from the others.
They paid us, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. 8 Gs.
How does that getting split again? Because we've got
Uh,
Penfold now.
We divide it into, what,
6.5.
6?
I think.
And then we take the ship share and 3/4 of it goes to the ship, and 1/4 of it goes to
Oh, that's right.
Penfold.
So 8,000 divided by how many of
So
us are
I'm
there?
I'm working it out in the thing.
5.
So
right?
Penfold gets a
4
quarter of
in the
it, right?
ship. No, he
Yeah.
gets
No.
he gets a quarter of the ship
Yeah.
share.
So Penfold gets 333.
The ship share was 1,600.
So then that would be our share as well, right?
Yeah, our share. Yes, our share is 1,600.
How are you getting that?
8,000 divided by 5.
Yeah,
6.
and there's 6 of you, including the ship.
Oh,
So
I
it's
said how many of us? And someone
but-
said,
1,333 to every single one of you,
okay,
and the ship gets 1,000 of that. Penfold gets 333.
I gotcha. I had correct maths. I was just dividing incorrectly.
Sounds a whole lot like incorrect maths to me.
Well, it would have been correct maths if I had been told to divide by the proper number.
Good show.
I will not pursue this conversation any further.
Wasn't my fault. That's all I'm trying to say. I had good math, the best math. Everyone says I've got the best math.
I'm
Good,
not
beautiful
pursuing this
math.
conversation any further.
Drink bleach.
Whoa, that's whoa.
Wow. Jeez.
What? That's how we do better math. We drink bleach.
Mm,
Have you tested that yet? Just have you
I'm-
tested
I'm
it?
glad
Maybe
my-
it's true.
I'm glad my
Maybe
brother
drinking
doesn't go
bleach
to
does
Jade
make you better
school.
at math.
I mean,
You
I
should
think
try
all
it.
the people in the hospital that probably disagree with you from that.
Cures coronavirus and gets you better at maths. What's not to love?
You're
Sure.
typing one idiot from the world.
Why don't we
That's
take
my-
the
that's my
light
take.
inside the body?
That makes, like, on average, everyone's math will surely get better.
Right. Maybe Trump's thing of saying that bleach can, cure coronavirus is just a genius way of increasing the average IQ of American citizens.
Yeah, but he's cutting into his fan base, so
Yeah, true.
I mean, there have been a spike in poison control calls.
yeah. There was a tweet from a doctor from several hours after he said that, saying that they had 3 cases admitted or something, and I have seen reports that there has been a spike in bleach, I don't know,
See,
intoxication or whatever.
this is why we have it right in Britain and we don't respect our politicians.
I agree with that. Sorry, guys.
Anyway, oh, I'm so glad none of you are like proper trumpeteers, because that would just get real awkward real fast.
If any of us were super into Trump, we wouldn't have been friends as long.
Yeah, true.
Honestly, the one thing that I think is
Andrew.
the only thing that
No, Andrew.
just before you say anything.
I just like my guns, man. I'm not a Trump supporter, but I mean, I like my guns.
Well,
It solves one problem really well. So
creates a whole fuckload more.
all right, but
Nah, I will.
know.
Doesn't
We'll
matter.
leave it.
Yep.
if someone's trying to kill me, I can kill them. That's the only thing it solves.
So, Kira, walk of shame's back into the ship. We get paid. We say our goodbyes.
Very much so. And
H's whistle is slightly different than usual. It's not just a good morning, but nobody knows what it means. It's just slightly different from usual.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Who whistled on the wrong side of the bed this morning? I don't know.
is it just a wolf whistle?
Mm.
No, not
Wolf
quite.
whistle.
It may carry
Um,
similar connotations.
So, normally we'd be finishing up now. I can go a little longer if people would like to, but again, it's a good stopping point because we just finished a mission, so we won't be getting into like a whole other mission. But if you want to kind of start heading back towards,
We're on our
Right.
way to pick up a teapot.
I'll tell you.
Yes.
Yeah, T-set.
T-set. All right,
Altair or Altair? I forgot.
Altair.
Gotcha.
Might as well do some travel, I guess, if
Yeah,
you
Sure.
want to keep going.
Right. Well, we'll take a quick navigation check. That's a check, right? I'm not making that up. That's the thing we decided on. Yeah.
Yes, there is a skill called navigation.
Yes, quick navigation check from someone to get us back to.
You need someone with that might be proficient in navigation
That
to
sounds
handle
like
that.
something we'd need.
I
Yeah,
have a
that's-
+3 in navigation. I'm not proficient, but I have wisdoms.
I have a +5.
Several wisdoms.
Oh, are you proficient in navigation?
Perfect.
I
I'm a
am.
As a
professional.
captain.
and-
I
Proficient.
figured someone could probably have it, and it was the one skill that wasn't covered someplace else.
Well, point a direction, and we shall go. Ideally, the correct direction, but
That's the Kraken for a total of 25.
Yeah, so. you
discover a
basically-
new shipping lane that
Yeah.
gets us there super quick.
Actually, I don't think you're. I mean, you are near one of the shipping lanes, but you're not the bright lane. But you're not actually. You don't have the pass to get there. So, for now, Interested Highway. But you're able to get back there. You can head to the station that's in between if you wish, or just blitz on past to get to the Syrian colonies faster.
Is there anything worthwhile in that station, or is it one
I
of
mean,
those
it's
we don't know until we go there?
so I mean, from what you know of it, it's similar to Zuva, not as big, but still a big, like, city-sized thing. So, you know, if you need repairs, if you need improvements, if you want to buy stuff, it's a good place to
There
start.
likely to be other jobs there,
Yeah, potentially.
different job boards.
Yeah.
Okay. We didn't go on the way up.
We could hit it on the way there.
Yeah.
We don't need to
What was the
resupply.
station called?
It's called First Sentry. Sentry.
It's a sentry. No.
Yeah.
It's a giant tree in
No.
space.
Also, you guys are absolute cowards for letting them keep the EMP.
Cowards. It almost killed her.
They took it. They took it from us.
I mean,
That's why I'm calling you
Kay could have
cowards.
seduced her and then slipped it away, but I'm not interested in that EMP thing.
Yeah.
Could have damaged the ship.
Also,
Yeah.
our ship can fire EMP shit.
Yeah. I
I mean, it
was
was a
afraid.
handheld,
I was afraid that they were gonna, like, do some, like, weird, like, haha, you guys, have illegal stuff or whatever. We're gonna EMP your ship and keep you. So that's why Demi did that. She's just like, we've got.
Paranoia.
Yeah, she was. It was a bit of paranoia.
Love that. Well, yeah. Are you stopping at First Sentry then, or are you continuing on?
We've not got anything weird currently, right? Maybe some Niturium too.
You've got a dude.
Oh, you're in a
Yeah,
dude. Is the
we
dude
have to
woken
figure
up?
this
It's been
out.
like days getting back to the Interested
Yeah, I
Highway
mean,
and
he's kind of
such.
been, like, here and there. He's real busted up. So he's kind of been, like, in and out of consciousness, mainly because his arm is basically unusable. And so he keeps having to be put under while his arm's being fixed. But yeah, actually, probably on the way back, we'll say then. He sort of comes to consciousness for the first time.
Might be something to resolve before we stop.
Agreed.
Mhm.
So then, yeah, you all hear like a groaning, clattering sound as he tries to get up from inside the med bay. As you're trucking along.
Someone should have tied him down. Someone should have tied him down. Get in there.
We don't know what he is.
Doc, why didn't you put him on a leash?
Right.
He was in restraints. If he's not in there anymore, then someone else must have released him.
Okay, so that
Let
didn't
me just
happen.
sleep restrained.
Can we let's just like get him a blanket and maybe a cup of something to drink? He's been through a lot. Like it's some tea or something. And treat him like a guest.
I mean, he didn't kill a whole bunch of
Oh wait, this is
Sure.
This is a bandit.
This is the bad guy.
Yeah,
that-
this is
Oh,
you
the
he's
know
a
that we
bandit.
saved from the door with the robots and the Esther and
Was he a
Stall
bandit?
ship. And...
Yeah,
No, he's a space pirate.
he's
He's
an actual
still-
I
space
thought
pirate.
he was a survivor.
No.
I thought he
We
was
can
like of
totally,
the
we could
thing.
still totally be like, hey, listen, come out here and talk to us, and kind of like maybe like lure him into a false sense of security, like we're decent people.
I thought we were decent people.
Yes, aren't we decent people?
We're totally decent people, so we should.
in that conversation. Orson's just doing the hand waver thing, like, yeah.
We will roll out the welcome mat for him, and if he gets to be a little squirrely, we will let him stay in our fine accommodations in the snuggling compartment, if need be.
All right. So he will gratefully take a cup of tea and a blanket. Just kind of sitting there. He's looks kind of gruff, like has the sort of grizzled, like battle-hardened look. A couple scars here and there.
What's your name, friend?
I'm Schwab.
Schwab. I'm Captain Emmanuel. This is my crew.
Yeah.
We pulled you out of a interesting place.
Fucking ship. He just like kind of looks away. I knew we shouldn't have gone in there.
If you don't mind me asking, what were you doing there?
I do mind if it's all the same to you.
I mean, you kind of owe us at least some of your story.
Well, pirate. And he sort of mumbles it and like looks away.
I mean, we figured that much. So, what were you doing on the ship?
The fuck
What
do
were
you
you
think we were
looking for?
doing?
Well, I
Piracy.
mean, that ship in particular?
It was the only ship around.
What'd you get off of it?
I don't know, do I? I was left behind.
And why were you left behind?
Because I was stuck in the fucking door, and if they opened it, there was more of those goddamn robots.
You weren't expecting the robots?
No.
What were you expecting?
Bunch of weaselly little scientists we could scare or kill. And there was that, but there was also robots that killed a bunch of us, but the rest of them
They were
managed
rebels?
to...
Rebels? No, robots.
Robots, sorry. Because they killed a bunch of our guys, but we killed all the ones that were around except the ones in the door, and no one wanted to open it. And then when I got my arms stuck, they just left me there. Said it was my own fault, and then they went to loot the place. Once everyone else was dead and all the robots were gone. Well, all the robots that went in that room.
So you just happened upon this ship.
We were, scanning for ships in the area. No one came up, so we went for it. So piracy works.
I am aware of how piracy works. What do you guys think? You think he's telling the truth?
I'm telling the fucking truth.
I wasn't asking you.
Who'd you work for?
Captain Reno.
Anything
Does that name
interest-
ring any bells?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make a d'histoire checks.
I'm good at those. Unfortunately, I only rolled an 8, so that's 16.
Nope.
17.
Nope.
10.
Yep.
Sorry, it was so enthusiastic. It made me so happy.
Sorry,
Dan?
low life
I don't know
level.
either.
No?
Would they be willing to?
No, it was a bad roll.
Oh.
Would they be willing to pay for your rescue?
What do you think? They left me with my arm trapped in a fucking door.
You worth anything to the authorities then?
Shakes his head.
There's not a whole lot then. If he's not notable enough to have a bounty on him, there's not really any point of turning him in.
Just drop me off at the nearest station.
See, we're not a free transport.
So what?
You
I
got
haven't
any
got any
money?
cash. I haven't got anything.
I mean, information always works. Hear any interesting rumors in your line of work? Seen anything that I might find intriguing?
Well, I don't know what you're interested in, do I?
All kinds of things. Secrets I can sell. Leads on jobs.
Well, I know there's some folk looking for a heist out in Goldbra in the frontier. But
Looking for what?
a heist out in Goldbra in the frontier.
Looking for people to pull off a heist or looking for people to prevent one?
Somehow, actually, a bit of both. They're looking for a fake security team to help pull off the heist.
Who's looking for that?
Some real shitty people.
So shitty that even your old captain wouldn't work for him?
Yeah, something like that.
What are they supposed to be heisting? Money, drugs, supplies.
There's a couple large food, what's the word, outreach vessels heading into the frontier in a couple months. And, well, they want to hijack them and take the food so they can sell it on, you know, them charity ships don't tend to have much in the way of security, so they can pretty much do what they want.
Why don't you give me the information of who I can contact if I was looking to rent myself out as a security team?
Fake security team?
Yeah, fake security team.
Yeah, I got the number. He looks a little like suspicious, like he didn't have you pegged for being interested in this kind of work.
Do you have a name?
Oh, the only name I was told was Jessup, but I doubt that's his real one.
So you give me that contact information. We set the deal up, and we'll drop you off at Century Station. All nice and pretty like. And we'll go our separate ways.
That works just fine for me.
You do understand I'm going to have to make sure that you're not messing around my ship.
So what? You gonna strap me down somewhere?
I do have some first class accommodations in mind.
That doesn't
You
sound
can
so
go
bad.
quiet. Exactly. My colleagues here will show you to them while I make this phone call.
Ma'am?
You get me?
Uh, Permission to speak outside of ears before you make phone calls?
Oh, we'll be talking about it. We got a little bit before we hit Century Station.
You're saying you're gonna go make a phone call right now, so
Well,
doesn't sound like a whole lot of time for talking.
if you want to talk, we'll talk before. Just if you would see our guest to our first class accommodations.
Yeah. So he'll like scribble down the contact information for you, and then let you take him off. And he's a little disappointed with the accommodation, but he doesn't put up a huge fuss.
And after seeing him secure, Demi will go back to Kira. We gonna rob charities now?
I said we were going to be a security team, right?
They're looking that number. He's looking for someone to rob a charity. That ain't being a security team.
We're going to make sure that those supplies get where they need to go. Or pass this information on to who can take care of it. If it ain't us, we'll find someone. I'm not in the business of robbing charities.
All right. Kind of made it sound like you were.
Well, I couldn't exactly make it sound like I wasn't in front of our guest.
Fair enough, ma'am.
Yeah, trust me.
Well, I mean, I know we do some questionable things sometimes. I was just trying to make sure.
I'm an asshole, but I'm not that big of an asshole, Timmy. I'm not gonna rob a charity.
I didn't mean to imply that you were, but it is a fine line sometimes between some of the work that we've done already, and because I was kind of wondering why, like, you were.
Listen,
Never mind.
I'll take
Sorry, I doubted you.
I'll take food out of the mouths of bandits, but I won't take food out of the mouths of good people. They'll find someone to do this job.
Ma'am, I agree. Are you
All
thinking
right?
about turning them in so it can't
Well,
happen, or are you planning on us pretending to rob it only to make sure it goes right back where it belonged?
that's what I'm thinking. I'm wondering if we can't get our hands on it and just stealth deliver it.
Hmm.
We just got to be real careful about it. I don't think we're going to be the Osiris Gypsy for this one.
Probably not.
And I think you should be the captain for this one.
Ma'am?
You just pretend to be the captain. Use whatever name you want.
She kind of shifts uncomfortably.
We'll scramble up our signal. They won't know who the call's coming from.
All right, ma'am. If that's what you think we ought to do.
I don't think it's the best. And anybody else think otherwise? Got any other ideas?
Well, I mean, man.
Oh, you know me. I don't really care too much, but if you're gonna start stealing food, that's where I draw the line.
Just gonna make sure it gets where it's supposed to be.
You want to roll up on these pirates? Not be as big as the Queen, surely.
One way to handle it.
Can we try to do some research on this Jessup fella to see if he's as big a name as Zella?
We could.
You probably want the like access to the archives of a space station if you're actually gonna like be able to look up like you know, bounties and that sort of thing.
Okay.
So Center Station.
A century. We're
Yeah.
close.
That's what I said. Entry Station, right? That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
First century.
First Entry Station. Yeah.
Sure. All right. Well, you guys can. Are you gonna do research and stuff then make the call?
Yeah, I think so.
Presumably?
Probably.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, I think then we'll end the session there. As
So
you
that Rob
guys-
can prep.
Well, yeah.